Okay, she has the puzzle box, which is my least favorite bag, because it's just a pain to fit around. She also has scholar bag, which is really good for her. I think it's a no-brainer. But we go random regardless. Let's begin. Ah, it heard me. And it gave me a couple of similarly awkward bags to fit around the damn thing. And it gave me pretty much nothing. A banana for stamina when I already get stamina. And a chipped emerald for maybe a little bit of sustain. So that means we take a sword. We maybe take a shield. Definitely take the walrus tusk. Definitely take you. And we're going to reroll. I'm not going to take the Targe, even though I love the Targe. Also, always buy stones. Help me out here. The broom. Could make the shepherd's crook and throw a lot of stones forever with +2 damage. Although we could also just make the tried and tested sword, but there's the opportunity to make the mana... hold on, we have to look at it here. There is the opportunity to make the mana torch. Mana torch actually scales pretty well even into the late game, and it only requires a piece of coal and a mana potion. And we're halfway towards the mana potion, because we already got the herbs. Wait, is it herbs that makes mana potion? Yeah, if we got the health potion... Oh wait, wrong thing. It's blueberries that make mana potion. Never mind me then. Still might prefer that though, than going for the whetstone. Okay, I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit and take a reroll. Oh, well, we get it all then. You're coming with me. I don't have mana for you. This is mana. I'd need to do this to get it. Bye-bye you. Hello you. Bye-bye stone. Hello you. That's pretty good. That's actually really good as starts go. I'm going to save that. I'm going to need space going forward. But now I want a potion and I want a blueberry to make a mana torch, and then we should be very well set. At least for the beginning. Its husk is basically nothing at the start. It's 1 damage whenever the enemy hits you. That's not nothing. Okay, well, I'm certainly destroying Miu. No paid actors this time. Remember when somebody came at me with an empty bag? You officially spanked their booty. I certainly hope so. Not sure I'm willing to pay for a lump of coal, but maybe I am. It is decent-ish damage. Oh, why even reserve anything? Oh, more healing. Sadly, I don't have items that heal. What if I do? Is this even that good? Start a battle, gains 7 maximum health is actually relevant at this point still, so I will take you. And I will take you. And I'll reroll hoping for better things. That's good. That is debatable. No stamina regain, so I'd rather just keep the torch. This is amazing. I can't believe I got an epic item. 1% chance to get the snowman. Snow stick's still a possibility. I'm going to reserve you and keep that in mind. I will not... Oh, crap. I still had that reserved when I rerolled. Whoops. This should still be okay. But it could be better. Alright, donkey. You've got a shiv, a bow, and a broom. That could be a problem for me. That's good aggression. My max health healing might not keep up. But my coal-infused torch did. Get out of here. No donkeys allowed. Right, when you buy a spell scroll, restock it with another spell scroll. When you buy a book, restock it with another book. Magical items trigger faster. That's quite good. Slime time probably is not. Thorns and stunning, no. I think we take arcane vision. Try and make some spell-related stuff here. Spells are cool, right? And it triggers these items faster. That's also fine. Plenty of magical items. Are you magical? Snowballs are not magical for some reason. I'm still tempted to have that snowman. But I'd really, really like to see if we get the items that it synergizes with before moving forward. Maybe I take it anyway? That leaves me a bit weak right now. It leaves me very weak right now. The Null Blade counts as a spell. Yeah, Null Blade's pretty cool. I always forget how to make it, though. Maybe we say no to this. Let's focus more on spells than making Frosty-related things. That needs a mana orb, but I just threw away the synergy for that, of course. I like the fanny pack. Take the fanny pack and take another reroll. The Mage hat. Oh my, there's a lot of good things here. Common items give me 10 block at the start. That's pretty huge. Mana for each rare item. Don't even have anything that's rare. The torch is rare. I think I could make the magic hat work, but it's going to fall off pretty fast, I think. However, a second book can go pretty far. Yeah, second book can help me out-heal pretty damn well. The Mage hat, I think, will really fall off, but that front-loaded mana could be quite good. Also, the wand is really good. I want the wand and the book. Can I afford them both? Sell, sell, sell. Kind of want to keep that. I guess I sell Piggy. And then I can keep my slight bit of regen. Yeah, this is actually good sustain on regen. Not amazing, but good enough. And I'll buy both of these things. Give me the book. Give me... Whoa! Hold on there. Inflict Frost. More books. More books that I can't really afford to play, but I will hold on to you for next turn. Yeah, bye, Piggy. Maximum health I don't think counts as healing. But I should maybe park it in the Puzzle Bag of Love to confirm that. On the other hand, I want things triggering faster, so maybe I don't even care about checking that out. Torch needs to go fast. This doesn't really matter. You are very awkward, aren't you? Need to go faster, need to go faster, need to go faster and test out healing properties. You are going to buff everything up. Let's actually have that so we can compare their performance. Right, that's not bad, let's go. Slay the Spire looking different, Jake. Yeah, maybe because I didn't change the category. Let's go Backpack Battles. 216 viewers. 25,000 followers, damn. Game's no sleeper game here. People do seem to like this. Alright, keep you reserved. Have this set up. Not thrilled about my damage output, but you can just out-heal opponents to death in a very frustrating move. And I'm actually quite happy about my lack of output when I'm dealing with someone with 2 shields. And they should have a hard time hurting me, so maybe fatigue will work for us here. So actually, hold on. If maximum health is healing, this should heal more than this book. That book heals for 8. That book heals for 8. So no, it's the Puzzle Bag of Love does not affect maximum health. Healing is different from maximum health. Alright, fatigue sets in, and I'm very glad that I'm out-healing my opponent. Beat somebody with books. Which means when it comes to damage dealt, by the end of this fight, yeah, fatigue did more. I had spikes? Oh yeah, I got 1 thorn, so who says spikes are useless? I only bought this thing because it was on sale. I really, really don't like the Walrus Tusk, or many of the things it turns into. Actually, doesn't it only do Spiky Shield and... yeah, bows, Spiky Shield, and the gloves. I don't like Tusk Poker. I've never found a good reason for the Claws of Attack. Yeah, it's fast, but... Attacking 5% faster when you're already very fast? And the Spiked Shield I do not like, because it doesn't drain stamina, and the Thorns only got to 5. That's just not very good. Also this, 50% chance to gain Thorn. No, give me this. Give me 4 Thorns at the very start, deal 9 extra damage, and have something else to generate a bit of Thorns, and Tusk Piercer can go pretty well. Doesn't use much stamina either. Bit slow, though. The Empower is good. Okay, then you want something that works with Empower but doesn't cost all of your stamina. Use mana, inflict slow. I probably make more mana than I can spend. Probably. This doesn't combine to anything. It might be a little slow. Well, it causes slow, but it's nothing compared to what the snow sticks do. Yeah, I guess I'll take you. You're on sale, you're a magical item. Hello. Use regen to gain luck and thorns. If only I had spells to go with these things. I have regen, but I struggle to get more regen, and that lack of healing could hurt me. Luck is not particularly useful. And it costs quite a lot, so I think no to this. Maybe yes to space, I like to be ready for that. And yes to banana, especially since the banana can heal me more by being placed here. Don't need the stamina, but I want to have slightly better sustain here. Don't you anywhere else? You're in an annoying location because you're wasting the puzzle box effect, but can't really put you anywhere else, can I? No, as long as you trigger this thing. Ooh. As long as you trigger this thing. Wait, I need the healing. Speed up my banana of all things. So this is why that puzzle box is so awkward to place. Or rather, that is why I'm not a big fan of the puzzle box. Because it is so awkward to place. If I put you here and you here, then you're both triggering it and all is relatively well. Then I can have it like so. I don't speed up my banana, but I can live with that. Yes, I see no problem here. I don't want to reserve any of this, and we get moving. I feel like I'm not keeping ahead with the curve. Oh god, they've got an axe. They're probably going to stamina out, but not before I get injured by a very pimped up axe. I'm going to be hard pressed to out-heal that. And I don't have a shield to out-stamina you. Yeah, man, I'm just hosed by that axe. Ow. Oh, man, that was close. That was closer than I had any right to be, but yeah, axe is powerful. Double axe even more so. When I get the double axe, I just win, so I can see how they did. Okay, that's one of the pieces for my magical staff, or my magical wand thing. You, I'm trying to make into magic torch. Although I need weapons to go with it. Magic is good. That's frustrating. How do I place you such that you trigger on damn near everything? That is slow. That is slightly better. That's every 5 seconds. That's every 3 seconds. That's every 3.3 seconds. But this is magical, and I want it within my magical range. What triggers multiple times for you, then? I guess I could stand to throw one of those over there. Then, of course, they're not in this range. These are two awkward things to synergize, aren't they? How is this not a magical item? Oh, it is, but it doesn't trigger faster. In that case, you go here and you go there. Jake's against the Mighty Spear? Yeah, I'm against the Mighty Spear. That said, at least it scales up when it's with my magical torch thing. Magical torch doesn't use that much stamina, but it needs other decent attacks to go with it. Which I'm not convinced I have here. You're on sale and your space, in you go. Somewhere. Duplicate debuffs. I don't do any debuffs currently. I'd like to, but I don't. What if I had two magic torches? Use mana to give this and the other thing 1 damage. So they're both going to go up by 2. They're pretty fast, they're pretty low stamina, and I can have them buff 2 other items that don't use mana, like pets or something. Synergy? Yeah, I've never ran with 2 magical torches. Let's give it a go. Question is, what do I sell for it? Wait a second, I already have this coal, don't I? So I don't need another piece of coal, I just need that 1 item there. Right, get out of here, Tusk. Not needing is not the same as not wanting. Coal is still good. Currently my damage output's pretty sad. But this is still okay. I'll keep this out of any speeding up effect, I don't want it there. And I guess I'll have you on there because... No, I need you for combining. Alright. That's okay. Couldn't we do better? Yes, we could. Consider this. That's a lot better. Now this still synergizes. That has better triggering. Blueberry is better than banana, but this will be okay. Alright, this should be fine. Are there any good books good book recipes? I'm not sure about books, but there are definitely great spells. Sadly, we haven't seen any spells. And we're fighting against someone who did get a spell. Well, maybe it's good I don't debuff, but they get more mana than me. That's unfair. I didn't say you could have mana. And they got Boomerang to steal my mana. They got Twine because they took the Twine badge. I'll put them in their place for that, though. They also took the slowdown spell, so we're just slowing down each other similarly. Down you go. Maybe you've heard me cheering. I hear your bad grammar. I'll take even more magic for dummies. Out-healing opponents can go on into the late. Use 11 health, gain 3 mana, inflict sand attack. Sand attack can ruin some people, but I don't want to do it at the cost of my own health. Or, oh, this gains mana. Could be good, but I'll take the book that's on sale. And now I really need 2 health potions and 1 blueberry so I can make double mana. There's one of them. Get that combined, get this combined, and all is well. Get a whetstone because it's good damage. Get a fanny pack because space is good, especially when I can use it like so. That allows me to do the faster or more damage. More damage on both, please. Duplicate buffs that you gain. It's pretty good for things that give buffs. But it's only 20% chance, and it's a very awkward piece to move in. I find I have a lot of problems manipulating my bag when I use too many of these. Also, I can't afford it. That's probably the biggest reason not to take it. Mana Orb triggers a lot. This thing works out well. I would rather it was inside the range of my Arcane Vision. Making it trigger faster. Is that important? It's important enough to do this for. Still combines, nice. All magical items are in range, also nice. Let's go. Will the magical torches empower each other? Yes, they will, as long as they're within range of each other. Let's show you that torch, please. It affects the weapons to the left and right of it. So if I have the mana torch here, or here, or here, and here, they'll empower each other, which is fine. But then they also still have 2 more slots to empower, so I would like to have some kind of 0 stamina attack to empower. Spectral Dagger would be a great one, and since I already have a Mana Orb, Spectral Daggers are great. So if ever we see a Shiv, reserve a Shiv, and that'll be our build. Mana Staff, Spectral Staff, Spectral Staff. Staff? Shiv. Don't get away with that excuse. No, it's not a knife, it's my magic wand. Aye. Poison's a good way to deal with me, and that's what she's dealing. Outlasting opponents with no way of debuffing poison. Yeah, I'm in trouble here. Oh, but I cleansed some poison thanks to my juice, but it's not enough. That poison's stacking up. And I don't really scale up my damage enough to deal with you. Oh, no. Close, but not close enough. And there's one of my shivs. Okay, that's good. Mana Torch is on its way. Shiv is on its way. What about the Corruption? It is nice, but I'm not sure it's its time yet. Leather armor also cool, but is now its time. Shove you in here to make the Mana Torch. Shove you in here to get the Spectral Dagger. We're coming together. It's never too early for Corruption. If I were playing Iron Chad, then I'd agree. But this is not Slay the Spire. And last I checked, that is not the Iron Chad. He doesn't seem that ticklish. This thing will never appear when you want it later on, but do I even want it now? Well, yes, but there's no space even if I were to... Wait, there's plenty of space for this. Anyway, I want to reroll. A spell! A spell that could potentially make me Ice Flower. Yes, I want Ice Block together with Regrowth. I don't need that stamina. Well, I don't need it yet, but I want it. So I'm definitely taking it. I would also like more space since it's on sale. Wait a second, a Spirit Animal. Use mana to gain empowerment and luck. Also critical hit chance on your items. Yeah, I want both of these, please. Give me them next turn. I think I can make do without the chipped emerald. Although regen is kind of what I do right now. You know what? Deal the poison damage and get both of these next turn. That's a pretty good bump up in power. Now I just need one more Shiv and we're pretty much set. One Shiv, one potion, one blueberry. But can we deal with someone who is fiery? Fire versus ice. 2% faster. My cool makes you 2% slower. Doesn't look like you scale fire very much. This is a 60% chance to go faster. Wait a minute. Removing my thorns, are you? Well, good thing I got rid of my thorns. Can I take you out, though? Something made you faster, though. Oh, bananas. Bananas activate to speed you up. Right, so I really need to slow you down. Fortunately, that's what I'm doing. Oh, crap. I didn't realize that the spell needed to be adjacent to stamina using items. That was a bit of a misplay by me. Hopefully we're not punished for our misplays. Why would I ever be punished? I'm here to slaughter. From what I've seen of Jake's videos, ice always wins. What, you mean 4 icy targes together with the guarded skill? Who would have thought? Alright, subclassing time. Oh, yes! Alright, the position of that is no longer so important, but I do want my Spectral Dagger. I want to buff up my Spectral Dagger and my Torch. That's awkward, to say the least. How about that, then? Spectral Dagger's a bit faster. I almost want to move this over so I activate this more. Not everything has to go that fast, right? I don't need this stamina, right? I'm currently still slightly over on my stamina. I guess you can go there, then. If I'm going to buff anything, I guess I'll buff Spectral Dagger, because it's free? No, I should buff the fastest weapon I have. Space is at a premium, and I'm about to get something that makes it even bigger. Start a battle, gain mana, and 1 maximum stamina for each distinct book. Gain 5 random buffs for each distinct staff. Is this a staff? No. When you consume 20 buffs, consume this magical girl potion. Trigger the effect of 2 distinct potions. I don't have potions, so probably not. Unlimited Spirit Companions. Reduce damage taken for 30%. Gain 30% of your buffs. I don't know about that. Shiny Mantle. Turn junk into gemstones. Random gemstones. That's good, but you are huge. Use 3 mana every 6 seconds to become invulnerable for a while. For each $10 dues worth of gemstones you have. That's pretty good. Probably make quite a bit of excess mana at this point, although this thing can use that mana rather easily. When we're invulnerable, inflict 3 sand attack. Also good. Every 3 seconds, gain 5 random buffs, but the opponent also gains them. When you remove a buff, gain 4 critical hit chances. Do I remove buffs? Not currently. Waterbender. On hit, gain 2 mana. Mana is good. 10% chance per natural item. We have some natural items. When I've used 10 mana, 20 mana, and 30 mana, do cool things. Now, I've seen that hurt people a lot, and we're about to use a lot of mana. I think it's Waterbender. Yeah, it also gets me healing, which is very handy. You're coming with me. Nothing was on sale as well. That makes decisions easier. I have 11 and I need space. What about Poison Dagger over Spectral Dagger? No, I don't want to pivot like that. But I do want my Cat Spirit Companion. Yeah, 25 critical hit chance on my scaling things, gaining in power, gaining luck to not miss. That's all quite good. Now becomes a question of space. Space is difficult. Do I buy this just because I need space? Duplicate buffs. Who even gives buffs? You give buffs. Quite a lot of things give buffs. And like I said, I need space. Space is awkward. You don't give buffs. Actually, you do. You give 2 mana, with a chance to give more than 2 mana. But the Wands of Equilibrium also do that. Also, the Water Elemental gets buffed by the Magical Torch. That's really, really good. Maybe I care more about that than my regular torch. Also, what's this merging that's trying to happen? Burning Torch. No, I don't want that. I do not want Burning Torch. This is apparently on fire. Yeesh. Okay, how do we go forward with this? Space is a big concern right now. I guess we start by turfing everything and then considering what we do. Throw that in the corner so it might double the regen that I get from the get-go. But I want you buffed by the power of my Magical Torch. That means the Spectral Dagger does not get buffed by it, but that's okay. It will eventually when this thing transforms into something even better. I want that Spectral Dagger shanking as fast as one dagger can. I don't necessarily need that space there, although things get a little awkward like this. Yeah, awkward, right? Yeah, that's still quite fine. Maybe I'd rather speed up the Spectral Dagger. I don't want to run into stamina issues by speeding up this too much. So yeah, buff up the Spectral Dagger and the Water Elemental until this thing can become another Magical Torch. Also, I want another Spectral Dagger, even so. Does the number have any effect on the puzzle bag? No, it's just visual. Doesn't the 1, the 3, the 6 here, they don't mean anything. Alright, now I want natural items and frost items in your way. I have natural items, and I have frost items. You're just a pet. But you can empower all of my weapons. Oh, you can empower my elemental as well. I guess of those choices, I'd far rather have my elemental critting than my torch. This torch is just here until I can level it up. Any more natural items? This is natural, actually. And that still lets it dupe its effect. That's magical. Wait, what works with magical items again? You work with magical items, of which I have a few. Then again, too few to mention. I don't even want this regenerating stamina, it's just there to trigger other buffs at this point. Every 4 seconds you trigger... far rather have this thing trigger on my weapons, since they're incredibly fast. So I mean, I want you here. That means this thing doesn't really work too well, but what if it was here? I remove a little bit of your natural buffing, or do I? What if you just look away from everything? That trigger's fast enough. That's something for the diamonds, huh? Gosh, then there are no natural items in your way. That is too slow on you. You don't trigger at all, which is almost a problem. Almost. I want those buffs. The wand is probably better than the regen for the buff gain, yeah. But the elemental hungers for natural items. And frosty items. I can't believe the book on frost doesn't trigger... Oh, it triggers it there, of course. Then I suppose I can imagine it. In that case, could I get you there and get you there? You really don't need to be anywhere. Although you're a natural item and you speed up books, so I guess that's pretty good. Banana, I still kind of want you for a little bit of sustain. And books are for nerds, but maybe we can be nerdy. How'd I get so white and nerdy? Make my spectral dagger faster and buff the damage of the torch a little bit. This actually looks pretty good. Can't wait to see it get hosed by somebody who's already got a load of dolls and frost staffs, but let's go. Ah. Oh god, no! The double axe! Oh dear. I don't like double axe. Why don't I like double axe? Because it's just amazing. It synergizes with itself, does incredible damage output, and needs very little support. Wow. We only won because we were slightly faster. That thing was poised and ready to chop me to death. It even had crit chance. And you sped it up with 3 gloves of haste. The only saving grace I get out of this is knowing that you got utterly shafted by me despite having a double axe. I would never lose with a double axe. Alright, phew. Why are they merging the gloves? Yeah, I don't know why in this situation they would want the claws of attack. I think they made a mistake there, and they're going to kick themselves when it merges. But they could also lock the merging after battle. We can do that. We can lock and unlock items at this point before we go back to the shop. I, too, could get my hands on some gloves of haste. Also, that extra spectral dagger that I was so very much desiring. I need space. I kind of want gems, do I? You don't take gem slots. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Box of Riches might not be a good pick at this point, then. Yeah, locks are not shown on enemy backpacks, so that explains it then, doesn't it? I could do cupcake goobing. Not what I'm looking for. Space is already at a premium. I like the idea of speeding up my attacks, though, especially that spectral dagger. Because using... Wait a second. Hold on a second. Could I speed up the water elemental and something like this when you eventually become better? I could do a move like that, and then the spectral dagger and the water elemental get sped up. And that's when I make this into a magical torch, which is still a couple of items away. I need a blueberry and a healing potion, and those don't seem to be showing up. I guess this magic torch should go the fastest because it buffs the spectral dagger and the water elemental. But the water elemental gives me stuff on hit, but I do not want to speed up my torch because it's going to stamina me out. Why is the cost different? Oh, I see. This thing is more heavy to swing per swing. Maybe the banana on its own, or even this, could deal with the stamina issue, but no. This thing is just here to buff one other thing, and if I can eventually get it, to make the icy flower. Oh, I want the ice flower. Tell me about the Ice Flower. Those weapons have a 30% chance to inflict 1 frost at the cost of mana. I like spending mana. Spending mana is good. Makes my mana elemental better. Inflicting 3 frost is huge, so we're on a hunt for Ice Block. So Ice Block, Potion, and Blueberries are what we're after. Meaning I should start rolling and looking for them. Cupcake is very good. But this isn't really a food build. This is very good. I take that next turn even if there's not space for it. If I can corrupt that, that's excellent. I fear the double axe I encountered, one equipped with a perfect sapphire, just ignored the armor, period. Yes. Yeah, the sapphire equipped axe is terrifying. You cannot block it. Which is awesome. It's so cool that there are builds like that. This banana is becoming less and less useful to me. I need this merged, so I guess you have to be there regardless. Again, I'm not looking to speed this up. I guess this is fine. Save my money for next fight. As long as we don't encounter a double axe, I'm sure we're fine. Hey, it's not a double axe, but it is Shelly. The turtle will make these shields block more, and my attacks are melee. That's a problem for me. You're not, but the other things are. And you have thorns, so I'm going to hurt myself. You might be able to outlast better than I do. Or you might just freaking die. Wow. I feel bad for you. Your shield should have blocked a lot more than that. I guess that spectral dagger just doing its job, as it should. As all my underlings should. There we go, double spectral dagger. Actually, at the point of I wonder, do I want a second torch thing? Yeah, I do, because I could fit it right here, and then that thing can go there. Buff, buff, buff. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, buffing is good. Wouldn't you rather the mana orb to merge with the armor next round? That's an excellent point. I guess we... then I lose the mana orb, but you're right. Mana armor could be very good. After 10 seconds, for all these different items, gain thorns, gain luck, gain block, inflict frost, gain regen, steal buffs. Triggers faster for each spell. I lack spells. This is a spell. This is a book. Holy items on sale. Am I desperate for any particular holy item? Not really. Inflict 4 frost at the very start, or random? Ultima looks good, you say. Natural items, frosty items. Gain block, inflict cold, gain luck, gain thorns. Can't believe there's nothing natural about my spirit companion, but I could put you there. Yeah, it's a lot of stars, I'll give it that, but it's not triggering on most of the things I have. Am I likely to get more things that would trigger this? Yes to the frost, for sure. No Rush has some synergy. Yeah, slowing down opponents is nice. Taking less damage at start is nice, because I don't really have any front-loaded block. Also lets my max health gaining kick in a little better. Unidentified skill has a lot of misses, but it has some good hits. Whoa, did I just kick over his umbrella? Haha! Alright, let's consider skills. There are many skills. Many are bad. Some are good. Some will not apply to me, so let's actually say... what is neutral and what is a mage skill? Full body protection would be a miss. Time melting could be okay. Yeah, you know what? Random is fun. Full body protection would be a miss. Oh dear. But I am about to get armor. I just need boots and a helmet. Vampirism, no. And I suppose I've been in the boots waiting list for a long time in the past, though. It hurts to be there. Frustratingly, Moon Shield is also on offer. That could block me from ranged attacks pretty well. But the Moon Armor just constantly gain mana. That's really, really good. Probably better than what the mana orb could be. And I'm not looking for another spectral dagger at this point. Give me time. More frosty items are good. I haven't thought hard about moving you around a bit more, but I don't think I have many frosty items. Still, I'm taking this. That is a bargain. And I won't corrupt it. I will magically enhance it. Still get some good hits on this as well, which is welcome. Since you don't synergize with anything currently, Torch, your main job will be to generate me more mana. It's a reasonable enough job. But you still have the fastest cooldown, so get in there and inflict more poison for me, please. I think we pass on this. We now want boots and a helmet to actually take advantage of full body protection. Which will give me slightly more block on you, won't it? Yeah. I really don't think +1 damage from Whetstone is relevant. Could be good for some melding, but no, none of this is reasonable. I could just sell it for 2. But I'm certainly rerolling on this. Simple Torch should really be in your backpack. Reduce your stamina. Not really. We're more or less stamina neutral thanks to the banana that I'm not using. I think we're fine. It's a very small amount of stamina to be losing out, unless I hit shields. I need space. Purity Blessing. The Lantern Berry. 20% chance to protect your buffs from removal. Well, that's almost working against somebody who uses dolls, but you know, the dolls have a 100% chance of horribly molesting you, and this has a 20% chance to block it. Use 1 mana to cleanse 3 debuffs. I don't like cleanse, since this thing already cleanses you, and it doesn't cost anything to do that. So no, I'm much more interested in getting the Null Blade. Why would I want the Null Blade? When I'm already going for a magical... I might never get the gubbins to make the second magical torch. Use luck to gain 2 damage. Use regen to remove 3 buffs. If they have no buffs, attack faster. So I need luck and regen for that. Which I kind of gain from the wands, but not very quickly. People are unsure of you, sire. Hold on, they're the boots. Right, let's not miss the boots. Missed them last time and paid for it dearly. I need space going forward. Or backwards or somewhere. No, and you're on sale, so I should probably just pick you up. This banana is not particularly useful anymore. I'll pick you up and reroll, just to look at things. Use your mana to gain regen and heal for 12. Null Blade synergy, you say? Or we just use this spell normally? Using spells normally is okay. Heck, it's better than okay, it's not half bad. I just don't believe in the Lantern Berry. Do I? This could be really useful. But I don't have holy items to go with it, apart from this. It's still holy. And I was hoping to make the ice flower, so I do not want to do that. So this is getting a little complicated. Maybe put the bag close to full body and boost the boots. The boots barely give any anything, so I'm not sure. I don't even think I want these in the bag until I can get a helmet as well. Do like that protective purse though. Big fan. Maybe ditch one of these books. They might use mana, but I have plenty of other things that use mana by now, right? Use mana. Use mana. Use mana. Use mana. Uses mana. Uses mana. Yeah, I don't need another thing that uses mana. And that allows me to get you for front-loaded block. Unless this merges with anything, but no, I don't think books merge with anything. Guess just shove you anywhere, it doesn't matter that much. The book's synergized by being near other spells. This can just go anywhere, it doesn't particularly matter. Hey, I can fit my boots in here. Amazing. Wish I could speed up my spectral dagger, like shove it over here or something. But that... I need to shove everything down a bit, and I'm not willing to do that. Alright, begin the battling. Time related? No, begin the backpack battling. No, I'm not waiting for another dagger. I'm waiting for a healing potion and a blueberry so I can make a second magical torch. I'm also waiting for Kevin to die. Kevin brought a lot of shanks to the party. I'm having a hard time dealing with them, but not too hard a time. You might have noticed my stamina was going way down. That torch needs to be changed. Oh, baby, look at it now. I held out and I got it. Ice flower, here we come. That's going to require a complete reshift of my inventory, and I'm okay with that. Also, health potion. Now, give me a blueberry and give me a hat. Blueberry and hat, please. Wait a second. A helmet. Become invulnerable using all that mana that you have. Do I even generate enough for that? Can I even afford that thing? Yeah, it's a helmet. It uses mana. I want that. I can't afford it, though, but... ain't that a stinker? Well, I can just afford it next round. I'll let this combine now, but next turn we're going to have to do a lot of jiggery-pokery. Gain extra block for every magical item next to it. This should be a lot more central. I mean, for one, the cat is magical, but the cat is very awkward to place. Maybe I could move you up a bit. I lost the mana orb, so the placement matters a lot less now. And then I want the spectral dagger close to you, because that's magical as well. Do I want even more block from magical items? I want you adjacent to it. Got this space up here that's not being utilized. But one slot magical items are hard to come by. Trigger faster or 20 block, huh? Oh, wow, critical hit on this thing. I don't actually want it swinging faster. Even if it will crit. Oh, but I do want you swinging faster, holy moly. Sorry, Moon Armor, but I'm here to win. I'm also here to cleanse. That's also magical, right? Yeah. And this has no space. Okay, this is fine, but I need space, and I want that crown so I can get full body protection. It'll reduce incoming damage from people that use lots of small items that attack rapidly, but it will not work against something like the double axe or the busted blade. It's so hard to make a build for everything. Very happy about those spectral daggers going in and shanking people beneath their armor. Yeah, place the Moon Armor better. Would be good. And now I have the Ice Flower. And now I have the helmet. And now I have the space for everything. And I can still reroll, because I want a blueberry. Game is listening to me, as it should. Right, we're going to have to re-evaluate how we build this. We've got lots of magical things, so they should definitely be fitting around you. For some bizarre reason, you don't synergize with that. I want the cat to give me buffs on all of my weapons, including the water elemental. Mana. Mana, and also speed. Mana, and also crit, and also speed. My booties, just fitting in the corner where we don't care about them very much. This thing doesn't achieve much still. Maybe I should throw it out for a turn. I can transform it next turn. Speaking of things that need to transform. There you go. It's very important that these things gain frost ability. It's difficult to get them all here, but not impossible. If I affect you like that and fit you in like so and fit you there, then they all get crit and they all don't quite get the boost. Bollocks. Am I okay with this not inflicting frost? As long as I get everything else. Because otherwise this looks like a pig to fit. Actually, is it even possible to fit? I think it's impossible. Unless you had a one square weapon, it will not work. So we fit you there instead. This is okay though. Armor or shield activates 50% chance to gain mana and 17 block. Also maneuvering the armor over here feels like a foolish errand. 50% chance to... Oh, but it activates all the bleeding time. That's a lot of block generation. How much jiggery and pokery can I do with this? That works out splendidly. They're still all critting, they're all getting the bonus except for the water elemental, and that's okay because he's the slowest. This thing will trigger often and give me magic. That combination will still happen. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm making a hell of a build here. I'm very proud of it. Give me my glorious helmet so that I can get the triggering effect of full body protection. You don't synergize with much. Actually, you synergize with this because you're magical. And I don't need you in the realm of full body protection because you don't generate block. The boots do, so I guess they can come over here. Tiny amount, and only if I get injured. If I'm going to speed up anything, I want to speed up what? The elemental? Maybe. I wish the elemental could hit both of these things, but oh well. Jake rejigging his entire inventory only to have it rejig again in 2 turns once it gets the other mana torch online. Would that rejig anything though? I wouldn't have the space for it. I'd just shove it down here. Or... No, I'd shove it in here. And that's fine. Then it hits both of the spectral daggers and everything gets critted, so that's the only movement that we do. I mean, if you want me to rejig everything, could be done. I wouldn't be opposed to it. We've got better utility of putting magical things next to more magical things. Better utility. But icy things are good to mix with you. Faster attacking, synergizes with you. No shields to activate on that thing, but that's okay. Lots of magic for extra block. And finally, I need to actually generate some mana, and that's what these things are for. Not as fast as I would like, but it'll do. Definitely like that. Does the ice flower work on the boots? The boots are not armor, so no. You can see all the green diamonds over everything. Green diamonds? Yeah, green diamonds over everything that triggers it. And it's only the armor, because it's just armor and shield, and I have no shield. I don't want to hold out for another spectral dagger. 2 are plenty. A little bit of... Oh, Christ, no, not that. A little bit of sustain is what I'm getting at. I'll shove you over anywhere. And we're good. Money well spent. Hold on. Put that gem in. Don't keep this thing in. I think it's a liability right now. But it's about to become the opposite of a liability. Okay, so after all that time, it's going to feel kind of cathartic to get destroyed by 1.1 version 3.0. Is that meant to be a joke? Like 1 but also 3? We get some cleanse, we get some sand attacking, we have invulnerability on our side. And we have a lot of block to shank through. However, as you no doubt noticed, we shank through block as long as we spend our mana. We're spending a lot of mana. And we've already used over 30 of it, so now we inflict slow on every hit from the water elemental. Alright, we're going for the full 24 here. It's not full. I think your best rank up is 35 if you do perfectly. Weapons, when they hit, inflict guaranteed frost. Yeah, that's good. Also, Bag of Stones to throw it multiple times. It is a slow weapon, though. And it doesn't do much damage. I don't actually think that's worth considering. It could be, though. I'm going to need a bit more space in here. Just a touch. Where are you even going to go? Potion for the Angelic. Winged boots are awesome. Winged boots could really counter somebody using an axe for a wee while. So yeah, I think we do make these super boots. That means no stone cold artifact, but damn, that could inflict a ton of frost. Don't think about it that way. We could make it work yet. I want to make my mana torch. I'm unsure about this, actually. I want you here, but I'd also want my other mana torch here, so... What's the correct play here? Maybe shove the mana torch here, the cold stone here, and then... I kind of wanted the mana torches buffing each other, didn't I? They are the fastest, after all. So maybe the mana torches buff each other, and the cold stone can be on one mana torch and one spectral dagger. Is the kitty helping? Oh, hell yeah. It makes these things have 25% crit chance. On top of that, it gives me luck so that I can still land the hits even if I get sand blasted. And Empower empowers everything. So yes, they help a lot. I like Angelic Boots, though. They do take up an extra square. That's just a problem I'm going to have to face. Also need to find a way to fit them all in. Got a little one tile gaps, which I'm not thrilled about. Whoop. Don't be doing that now. For lack of better ideas, I'll just shove you down here and shove my little booties here and shove my little thing here. I think I'll reserve this. I think it could go a long, long way. I don't think you generate enough luck to prevent real sand blasting. Yeah, real sand blasting and I'm dead. Am I dead? I still inflict cold without needing to hit for it. But yeah, if somebody sandblasts me a ton... Hold on, Divine Potion will negate sand blasting pretty well. And this doesn't need hits to get the luck. Also, my wands generate a touch of luck. Yeah, real sand blasting, real focused sand blasting would probably destroy me. But we're not there yet. Alright, Rex man, you're not sandblasting anybody. You're going for thorns. And that does hurt me because I use physical damage. Or melee damage, rather. Well, I can slow you down and I can shank you through your armor. Those are all good things. Where'd my mana go? We've already used 20 mana. We use our mana fast. Feels good. And that means that everything is buffing up as it should. That's not huge damage numbers that I'm seeing, but it's not exactly a long battle. Yeah, under 10 seconds. Water Elemental doing the heavy lifting, actually. The Spectral Daggers are not lifting their weight. I suspect that's due to lack of mana, so if we can find some way to generate more mana, I should be up for that. Hey, my winged boots. It says shoes. I hope that counts as... Okay, it says shoes. Armor, helmet, and shoes. Armor, helmet, shoes. That's just more mana being used up that I don't have. Do I shelve this thing until I have the mana? Because this chills my enemies out immediately, which is good. The original plan was to have these things buff each other. Maybe lose some books. Yeah, the problem is if in a long fight, the books still give me maximum health. You're right, though. That use of mana is perhaps not the best. For example, using my mana to inflict more frost is probably better. The fights seem pretty short. Yeah, they do. Alright. Doesn't answer the question of what does a man do with a cold stone. How about this? Cold stone here on the shivs. I'd rather cold stone on my faster weapons, but my faster weapons are to buff everybody. That's too slow for applying slow. But there's no way to get it between these things unless they don't buff each other. I rather want them to buff each other. They don't have to, though. Consider... Consider this. There's a lot of things I want to speed up here, holy moly. There's no way I'm ever hitting both of my hand thing. Oh, right, speed up the mana gain, of course. Yeah, that's still a good location for you. We'll slow down our enemies rather a lot. I still need to generate a lot of mana. And I do still need to generate a lot of mana, so anything else that generates mana is good. I don't think Gooby can do that. He can certainly spend it. Random? I do like random. Don't particularly need space right now. With a good gem, we could generate mana on hit. Generating mana on hit sounds good. Cold seems less relevant since the fights are still pretty short. Yeah, the fights we're getting now are pretty short. They won't stay short forever. Take a random effect. Start a battle, gain block. When you gain more block, gain more block. That is good. Because you give more block, you generate block, you generate block, you generate block. Yeah, nice. We actually get a random effect that's good. That doesn't happen very often. Get more block at the game start as well, please. Wish I had another magical item to shove over here just to trigger you. But that would need a 1 slot magical item, right? No, we can still do this. I think that block is slightly better than that thing going 20% faster. Although, mana is good. Amethyst Steel's fantastic, yes it is. Swap the boots in the bottom one so it gets fanny packed. This is not magical. Sadly. Just about my entire deck is magical though. Which hurts a little. Might have you over there to get me more upfront... yeah, rather than triggering this faster, give me more upfront block, please. So yeah, we're still looking for more magic. Mana Orb would be hard to position, actually. What generates tons of mana? The Sapphires, I suppose. Sapphire? Whatever the blue one is. Anyway, I was talking about big, chunky attacks. How about a fully gemmed up, plus runed Busted Blade? Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds really good. And despite me slowing you down, the cooldown is still really rather fast. Why is this thing so fast? During Battle Rage, items trigger 35% faster. That's doing away half of my cold. But let's deal away with 100% of your life, Chinese letters. Nice little shiv to the gut there. Magic Torch. Also Magic Torch. What? That's funny. Oh, not everything is getting critted. This one doesn't crit anymore. I suppose that's okay. Because I'd rather it got empowered than had crit chance. Is that true? It might not be true. In that case... I could move over here for crits. I'm sure there's a way to work this out, but whatever, it's fine as it is. Sandblasting. Sandblasting is cool, but it's not our build right now. Block, stamina, luck. No, none of these things. I'm looking for a really good sapphire to generate lots of... Oh, right. You tell you what, these gloves are never being put into actual use, are they? I should speed something more relevant up. Well, that means I should put something here and then have it be half decent. But it's not this. Knocking away buffs is cool. Oh, hey, mana. Mana generation is cool. Especially if I put it somewhere on things that trigger often. That's fairly often. Aye, that'll do. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Not great, but better than nothing. And who knows, maybe I could make, I don't know, Moon Shield? That's an awkward thing to position in, I'd rather not. Swap the boots and the bottom wand, so it gets fanny packed. Oh, that's from last time. Wonky Snowman. Cool, but no. Poor water elemental's just not getting buffed, is he? All these ice items that I don't have for him, poor guy. There's that shield for exactly what I talked about. On hit, inflict poison. How about going corrupt? When we debuff, gain block. That is good. We debuff quite a lot with cold. Also going faster is good. Going faster is very good, and we can hit a lot of things. Probably down here. Misses a water elemental, which is sad. There's no space to move you over here. That hits all of my weapons. But not my armor. Armor is quite important. I think here is the answer. Oh, but this thing on hit generates mana. Tough call, but I do want that bird. I think we'll get corrupted first. Reserve the bird. And reduce opponent's healing. Yeah, that seems like a fair and balanced thing to do. You can probably sell the gloves. Yeah, probably. I have no better use for the gloves. Although, a little bit of vampirism... No, without false life, that's not useful. But killing people, that's useful. More slots are good. This cupcake is pretty amazing. But we don't need that healing. And 2 buffs? I don't know about that. Pretty slow because I don't have a lot of other foods to go with it. But this will allow me to place the bird. Ooh, so would that. Space is good. Refund the used buffs. Not going to position that for our mana stone. That would be annoying to do. So what does this hit? Both my magic wands, my spectral dagger... Not the water elemental. How attached to the water elemental am I for that? He also loses the gloves, which is a bit of a pain. That is a lot better a place. Hits everything except for the armor. I'm good with that. Yeah, we make losses on upfront block, but we haven't been struggling on upfront block. Cleansing debuffs or heal. Gaining mana. Actually, cleansing debuffs. I don't have many ways of dealing with debuffs currently. Also, on hit, gain mana, please. Does refunding buffs include spent mana? Yes. So, for example, this thing, use 35 mana. We would refund 25% of that, which means, I think, every mana roll, so we get each 35 instances of using mana has a 25% chance of refund. I think. I could be wrong. Which means you should probably be on top of one of these, but the fights don't go on long enough to get that mana anyway. We get the mana, we use the mana, and we're happy. Attacking faster is good. Especially when it's for free. Might want that for space. I wish I had another magical item to shove onto you. I lost a lot of upfront block. I also lost some synergies here. Gonna keep you there. Which means Can I have you back up here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Let's get you back there. You could also make the crown. Make the crown? I could make it upright. But for what purpose? Get one little slot here, but I don't have single slot magical items. A blueberry is probably worth buying just to put there for mana gen and upfront block. Which means you're not useful for being there at all. You could upgrade the crown. What, into the Holy Spear? Or you mean into the Super Crown? Not sure I want that, because it doesn't generate more gemstones and it doesn't make gemstones available for purchase, which is what I'm looking for. If I could get a perfect sapphire. Oh, that would be great. Even better if it's on sale. More awkward for slotting as well. Alright, time to get shanking. Oh, we did get sand blasted. Now I can't hit. Wait a second, it's happening. Double snow stick with corrupted armor and dolls. Oh no, we're fighting the meta. Can we become the true meta? No, I've lost all my buffs. Somebody stole them for some reason. Come on, defeat the dolls. The dolls don't deserve victory. Oh, I'm having a hard time here though. At least I slowed her down. But she keeps reflecting the slow back onto me. No! Such a hard build to deal with. Dolls, double snow stick, and corrupted armor. It just seems to deal with almost everything. Ah. Oh well. That's life. Well, it's not life. We're dead. She also steals our buffs, so the mana wasn't working out for us. Oh, it took a while. Oh, right. No, we already made this thing. Thought this was the first we were seeing that. It was not. Before defeat, gain 2 block for each frost. Inflict frost when shields or armor activate. You know what? That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Get in there. Is it mirror time? I don't think it's mirror time. Corrupted armor, ever so tempting. Make that tulip thing. What was that all about again? Cleanse 3 debuffs. Nah, who debuffs me, right? Make a better emerald. Mirror counters the sand blasting. 20% chance to reflect debuffs. It's just not enough. Not enough at all. Frosty Targe. We're a little late for that. Could make Paradise Bird, and it's actually spacious enough, but I'd need to buy it this turn. So that's a no. You know, Targe isn't unthinkable to put down here. I think we're saving our money at this rate. I think you might be worth my time next turn. Just make 5 mirrors. I think that's 5 instances of 20%, not 100%, but I could be wrong. Alright, fire versus ice. Who's gonna win? Well, I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win. You're also trying to sandblast me. That's funny, and that's because you have Crusader. But you didn't take the lightsaber to go with Crusader, so I'm out-lucking your sand blasting. Also, why does everybody else get a stone golem? I try to make that thing and I don't get it. Maybe they started with a shovel. Well, they're going to end needing a shovel because their grave needs digging. The finale's right around the corner. We've already won, but why win when you can win harder? Reduce enemy healing some more, please. Get me this. There we go. Trigger that armor. Inflict more frost. Give me more upfront block, please. Inflict sand attack on yourself. Yeah, that's good if you can reflect it onto your foe, but no thank you. Real shortage of blueberries here. Shank faster. Wish I could shove that in my elemental. Yes, I like the idea of shanking faster. But at the same time, where does it go? Also, there's that blueberry I just mentioned. It's trying to say something. Trying to say I'm a born liar. Debuffing or cleansing debuffs could go a long way for me. If I really want that, these healing herbs don't do anything. And let's just shank really fast. And may as well have some passive stamina regeneration in case things go a bit tits up. Alright, not bad. Let's go. DDR Jake the Waterbender faces Chinese Letters, the spirit animal enjoyer. They've got a whelp. They've got Shelly. They've got a badger. They've got an owl, 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 owl. They got the cold mirror I was talking about. Cold mirror's no good, right? Ooh, they're going to reflect my cold onto me. They're also going to do some bad things to me with a cap of discomfort, so this could be problematic. Also, that cupcake staff gains tons of buffs and gets damage for buffs. So I could be in a lot of trouble, because I'm going to slow myself down here. Immediately chug my divine potion to stop debuffing myself, but notice she's not very slow, she's very fast. Hang on, where are you getting all that speed? Oh, the owls. Wait, the owls? What in the world is giving you that speed? Oh, I think I'm very, very dead here. Owls dupe the buffs, good lord. It's a lot of owls to face off against. The staff. Gain 4 buffs to the type of which you have the most. Ah. Well, goodbye, cruel world. Damn, that is powerful. Not too worried about that, though. We still clawed our way up and gained 20 rank. Still, what an incredible build. How do you get that? How do you get 5 freaking owls? I know the Spirit Bells gives you unlimited numbers, but that's a lot. I tried to get 5 wolves one time. I got 1, and then 1 right at the end. Yeah, scary build. But I guess as you climb up in rank, you start seeing more and more scary builds. Ah, this explains the subclasses. Magical Girl, Shiny Chariot, Waterbender, Battle Mage. I thought it might more reflect on the skills that you take, but perhaps not. Okay, that's 1 clawing up in Elo. But we want to rank up harder, don't we? Yeah, not bad. 4 losses. But you know what that means? That means 14 wins, because we're that good. I'm curious, how strong was our build? If we faced somebody that wasn't just memeing hard with owls, what do we do against the Food Excalibur build? Well, the block holds, but not forever. Maybe we're not as strong as we thought. Dang. I gotta say, those people that can get lots of heat do it very well. Was that those chilies? You must have had a lot of mana from somewhere. I keep seeing cap of discomfort on things that defeat me. I already recognize this as a pretty good thing, but man, maybe it's very, very good. But whoa, that's a lot of buffing. Lots of scary builds out there. Let's fight until we actually win. I'm not allowed to lose, that's not how it works. The Excalibur is very, very strong. I guess that's why people keep telling me to take it. There we go, see, it's that easy to win. That easy to win. Alright, let's go for another round. This time not with the puzzle box, it's with the start with 5 mana box, which I think is much better. It's also far less awkward to build around. You can also duplicate buffs, including the heat that we start with. There's the pan, but there's no food for the... There's not much food for the pan. I'm not thrilled about this. Do I take the pan and the garlic and pray for better? Then I'm spending 6, rolling with 1, and I've got 3 left to maybe buy a banana. That's not very good. Or we don't buy the pan, and we try to do something else. What do we try? This isn't a weapon. It's a magic book for dummies, but it's not a weapon. I think one of these is not going to out-heal any opponent. I think I have to roll for better. Well, it's something. Might not be better, but it's something. At least this scales up the sword pretty heavily, actually. Oil Lamp is a fantastic early weapon. But I have no sustain here. I might have to buy the healing herbs for sustain. Just to win initially. This will give me a bit of sustain. Only a bit. I hate paying for this. I'll need space next turn. And I might want the opportunity to make a staff of sorts. Either a magic staff or a snow stick. No, I don't want to reserve that. Alright, begin. Welcome, Cloud Strife. You brought the spear. Okay, spear's pretty good early on. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Please don't hit me with that. I stand attacked you for a reason. Oh dear. Whoa, down to the wire. I won that because she kept missing due to blind. But yeah, pulled ahead with a crummy start. The wooden sword got buffed up by the lamp, somehow. Let's not ask too many questions about how. And yeah, the regen mattered right there. We got offered the hammer. Hammer can win some early fights, but where's the stamina come from? Ugh. Where's the space come from? I'm not convinced that it's hammer time, but we do deal with its annoying ability of missing quite well. It does not have good synergies in my opinion. Breaking open one piggy bank is not the synergy I'm looking for. It will get me through some early fights though with that big heavy damage and the fact that it's not going to miss as much. I think it is hammer time, at least until we find something better. How does it fit? Poorly. There we go. Again, that regen, it matters. What about space? Space I'm at a loss for. Give me more. What about pocket sand? I doubt the enemies have good ways of dealing with pocket sand right now, but I don't think it's worth the money. I was hoping I'd get anything on sale by now. I hope for too much. What about stone throwing? At this point, yes. Actually, yes. Get the piggy and smash it open? Nah. I have to pay 3 to get 5? That's not the winning move here. But maybe this is. Oh, I should have moved you up so you have a chance to duplicate your buff. Whoops. Oh well, on the other hand, I can just hammer MGR Casper in the face and throw stones at her to add insult to her tremendous injuries. Because my hammer doesn't miss. Thank you, Oil Lamp. Okay, life is bad. Can we make life better? Will we see Mr. Sand again? Only accidentally. Although, I have seen the utility of Mr. Sand, haven't I? If you can do stuff at the start where you don't want to be hit and you want to do other things, 7 seconds, 3... That's only 3, but you need multiple of these to be very good. Yeah, Mr. Sand with dolls, but you don't get dolls as the mage. Unless, of course, you get the unique spec item. Blood manipulation. Doesn't work with stones. Power of the moon. Moon armor is good for all the magicking that I'm surely going to do now. And if you generate more max health with the books, then that fatigue starting maximum health can really outshine. Moon armor activating, doing more sand. You know, maybe we are sand attacking our way to victory at this rate. I'm going to take that. I'm going to trigger it more. I'm going to have space for the future. That's quite nice. Would I want a shield to go with this? I love my Frosty Targe. Slowing down enemies is good. Go on then. It's on me. Mr. Sand with the snow sticks. Yeah, but I'd need to get 2 snow staffs. And the odds of rolling that's just not good enough. I don't mind honking due to out of stamina. That's really not a problem. As long as when we hit hard. As long as when we hit hard. Need to hit a little harder than that. Go, my stones, go! No! They outdid us with vampirism. And that Hungry Blade must have gotten some good hits in. Also, no, it's still a 100% chance to hit, but not for the stones. Poor stones. Close, but not close enough. Can you help me, weird fox thing? Potentially. Could speed up my stones, for one. Sure, speed up my stones and give me better options, please. Hey, there's the wand for the snow staff. Wait, maybe I want snow staff. Yeah, but I want moon armor, not corrupted armor. Not unthinkable to pivot that. Maybe take both, even. Had you considered that? Speculative purchase. And I'll save my money. Hold on, I said faster stones. Do these look like faster stones to you? This does nothing, right? Yeah, it does nothing for now. Say no to Sir Sand. I'm here to throw a lot of stones. Playing Mage by throwing stones and calling them spells? Hey, this makes getting the cold stone even better as well. Alright, Theodore Schill. How do you like stones to the face? I think she doesn't like them very much. Brilliant. Down she goes. And you knew I could do it. That's why you offer me on-sale items that I actually want. When a shield or armor activates, inflict cold up to 7 times. Do I want this, actually? Possibly. Ice Flower not so good with hammer, but I am dreaming of the day that I have something other than hammer. Am I dreaming of Cupcake Gooby? I don't think I am. It's called Summon Rock. Summon Rock and LARPing. That's good. I should re-roll. This is tempting. You know what? I'll take it because I can just sell it back at full price. I should also consider that I don't have mana regeneration, but that's a problem for the future. Synergy. Weapons that attack have a 30% chance to inflict... You know what this doesn't say? That the weapon must be in melee. I could throw stones, and those stones could freeze my enemy. As long as it spends mana. Ugh, but I don't have mana for that. Could make the hammer swing better with regrowth, but I'm not sure I want that either. What about another Targe? Double Frozen Targe? It's worked before, it can work again. But I want the Snow Stick. Interesting options, but I think I say no. I think I still say no. Although now I'm saying no quite a lot. And now maybe I'm saying, oh no, this hasn't gone anywhere good. At least the blueberry is some mana gen, and I could certainly do with some mana gen. There's no cold for my opponents to get. I guess if nothing else, truly nothing else, you can occasionally... Yeah, you can occasionally give me cold on my opponent. That's very occasional. Double hammer destroys my fatigue, so that's a no-go. Destroys my stamina, rather. Oh boy, it's hammer versus hammer. Who's got the better hammer? Probably the one that's synergized with poison. The fatigue max health not helping much here, but maybe adding some stones to be thrown. There we go. Eat that. I'll tell my bard. Yeah, tell your bard all sorts of things. Now another ice block is here. There is the Devouring Spear to gain Vampirism every 2.5 seconds. Maybe I hold on to this and hope that I get that, because if Vampirism goes up high, that works well with big heavy hitting items. It also deals lifesteal damage, so maybe I really want the Devouring Sphere down the line. Maybe I want 2 of them. Nah, that's unlikely to happen. Banana is quite alright. I could do with extra health at this point. Feels bad to pay for, but also improves my blueberry. I think I'll need some space down the line as well. That orb has a typo. It's of your opponent. What? Faster for each sand of your opponent. I don't understand. Anyway. Mana. Mana. Do I really want magic staff? I want moon armor. Yeah, don't make magic staff. Make moon armor to go with my power of the moon, so that I can blind my opponents into oblivion. Put that there. Then it triggers on the rock every 2.5 seconds. Triggers on the blueberries quite well. Triggers on you every 3.3 seconds, and then triggers on you every time this thing gets hit. I'm sure there are better ways to make this, but this will do. Alright, so I really want that fancy armor, but it's quite unlikely to appear right now. Unlikely is not impossible, though. Take one speculative roll. Mana potion is nice. Mana potion is really nice. Immediately gain 4 mana and 18 max health. Space is also nice. Corrupted crystals are nice. Wand of Fortune is nice. There's a lot of nice things here. Maybe get rid of the healing herbs so that I can afford the wand, but I don't spend magic fast enough, or at all, really. And the moon armor that I eventually get will be all the mana that I need or want. Yeah, this is fine for now. But hey, this thing's on sale, so why not take it? And if it's on sale, why not just make the mana potion right now? Doesn't enable anything very interesting, though. The blueberries themselves are nice and small. I think blueberries actually beat mana potion currently. What about a strong health potion? Strong health potion... yeah, I think I'll make that. Alright, begin. We fight Shelly being made into Turbo Shelly and the Burning Blade. Also, you got fancy armor. I wanted fancy armor. Fortunately, stones counter armor surprisingly well. Unfortunately, I've already had to use my healing, so let's pray for better outcomes than this. Preferably by stunning my opponent and throwing more stones at her face. Yes, death by stoning. Surprisingly good damage on these stones. How did they buff up? Because I got Empower. Assumedly out of my wand. Not bad. They had no chance, and they'll have even less of a chance against my Snow Stick and Snow Targe. I'm going to throw around by combining this, which feels bad. I also need the space to combine it. That's space. I'm going to have to say goodbye to my sand in order to get the space. I think I am, because currently I don't really have any space for it. And now I have some space for it. Hold that thought. Good enough. Yeah, this is going to murder my stamina, so odds are that I don't win this. But the nice thing about magic is magic doesn't care about stamina. Let's get frosty then, shall we? Don't really care that much about freezing myself, but I would love to make corrupted armor as well as moon armor. Also, fighting the shovel, the claw deck of this game. Can we sustain against such monstrosities? Maybe, because you are healing really well. Fortunately for me, though, fatigue is on my side. You gonna do frostbite? Does this look like frostbite? Boom. Shiny chariot. More staffs. Could get even more snow sticks that way. Shiny chariot uses mana. Do I generate mana? Kind of. Become invulnerable. For each gemstone loot you have slotted, you get extra long time for invulnerability. Do I care about that, though? How do I even damage opponents? Could do with some healing, but I don't spend my mana, so pretty difficult to do so. Chariot is so good. Gives you like 10 seconds to set up frosted and vulnerable. Whenever I become invulnerable, blind my opponents as well. It takes a ton of space that I don't have, so let's go and buy some space. Oh yeah, hammer has to go now. This is replacing hammer. That's something that doesn't stamina me out like mad. I'll take this. Ice elemental. We just had ice elemental. Let's get away from it. Give me the chariot. It means I need space for all this stuff that has to go. We get that cold mirror. I don't think so. I don't buff to the hilt. This uses mana. This uses mana if I get a ton of it. Many things to consider here. So we're decent-ish at slowing people down, but that's not good enough. I need armor. Well, this is armor. I need more armor. I need a lot of space. I need the fancy armor to turn into moon armor. Buy everything on sale and burn it in gems. So here's a question. Does it pay any attention to the value of stuff that you burn when you burn it in the shiny mantle? I'm of the opinion it doesn't, because things that care about the value have a print about it saying equal to value of da-da-da. This one just says random. So should I believe that it's random? Yeah, it works just like the offering bowl bag. The offering bowl bag does care about the money. So you're saying it does. If you burn expensive stuff, you get perfect gems. Well, I think somebody should dig around for that, because I swear we've thrown away stones and got fairly good gems out of it. Try. I mean, how do we empirically check that, though? Because as the money listed... No, the money listed is the money of gems that you have slotted in all of your gear. So I don't buy that as the argument. Alright, I think my stones day is relatively over. It'd be nice to burn this hammer, but if I burn the hammer, I have no stamina. Although, you know, burning the hammer is probably a decent way of turning this into gems, but I need better options here, and these aren't options. That's a bit of front-loaded block, a bit of space. Random is good. The item triggers 100% faster. I wouldn't have the mana to use on this now, would I? Anyway, I could burn that, and I wouldn't mind burning it for anything. Let it consume stones if you get a good gem. It's not worth it. But I tried that last time I played around with this. But sure, here, consume some stones. I wanted to consume this as well, though. I think it's just going to give me 3 random gems. That's my assumption and assertion. But, you know, I could be dead wrong. Let's get rid of the hammer. I know it could be burned for a lot since it was on sale, but let's just free up the space. And also search for space, because I need some. That space. That's also empower. Gain 3 mana. That's essentially 1 mana a second on this thing, which is quite nice. It's pretty good mana generation, all things considered. Nuts. I make more space like so. Yeah, but then you become severely gimped. I could ungimp you. I'm only losing 1 square by doing such things. Or we think more radically about the redesign. That's a fair bit of gimping, though. Power of the Moon's still not kicking in, because I'm looking for some moon armor. A little painful to think about. Alright, I'm taking you. Maybe not yet. Maybe not just yet. Let's burn 2 stones and see what happens. Do not blow that thing. And I'm going to burn you as well. Unless I want to snow stick much faster. I don't care that much. Get some mana for what little it's worth. And toot more. This isn't great, is it? It's far from great. I need a lot of space. To the point where I will purchase this. Alright, so we're burning 6, 7, 8 value in 3 distinct items. Let's try to remember that. If someone could post that in chat and make it easier to remember, I'd be grateful. Hold on, you barely trigger on anything. You don't trigger at all. That triggers better. And if that's 1 item all the same to you, then I'll put you there. Good enough. Okay, not much of a test though, it's just 1 go. Against someone who has a gooby setup like they know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing, they're making the cap of resilience. My stones are now only 1 throw, so it's really not very good. Also, I'm freezing myself, which is bad. What is this build? What was I planning on doing here? I'm not entirely sure. If it's damaging the opponent, I'm doing a damn bad job of it. If it's fatiguing out the opponent, then also dubious. Yeah, I don't know what my build is here. Dying, I think. Right, 3 distinct items become 1 gem. This gem is worth 8, and that was 8 value of stuff. Fascinating. I really need a way to purge my debuffs, by the way, and I don't have one. Troubling. That's not the armor I'm looking for. I need armor that I can make into moon armor. And I might be losing quite a lot until I get that, or a way to purge debuffs. That's on sale and can be burned down for gems. Oh, but then it's going to attack during the fight. Not sure I like that, but we'll be slow enough for that not to matter much. That is the armor that I'm after. I can sell for 2 and 2, which brings me up to 11. I'm 1 short. Guess the banana can go. Now, where in the dickens do you go? And then where do you go? I should burn something. Guess I'll burn the blueberry. What do we get for 2 value? Use mana to gain 20 maximum health, plus 2 for each... Hold on, maximum health. Maximum health buffs Power of the Moon really well. I'm having that. Yeah, maximum health stalling build, go! Can't afford it right now, but we'll worry about that later. I see you're fighting me with that elemental that I just had. And you're freezing me, so life is bad. Life is very bad. I've just got bad everything. I freeze myself and I don't do damage. Getting max health is no good if you don't have health either, so this is quite bad. Well, oh, see, there we go. We burned, what was it? It was 2 value for 2 value gems, so I think you might be completely correct. Which means I can burn a 2 value gem for other 2 value gems. Sure, I'm not sure this works at all. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to do. Girl power, empower, shielded. Armor triggers faster. And shields hit more often. I can go with that. I can damn well go with that. Power of the Moon with Moon Armor. Whenever it activates, and it activates faster. Sand attack your opponents. Hang on, wasn't I looking for this? For the Null Blade, yes, but I didn't take Purity. Oh no, I wanted the Devouring Sphere. Nobody wants the spear. Get in here. Also, get in here, Badger. Badger, etc. Goes better with natural items. What natural items? Alright. Sand attack yourself, that's a problem. So I don't actually want it going faster. Triggers my Badger companion a bit faster, though. That's okay. Shielded no longer hits my shield, which is a problem. In that case, since I don't care much about this thing's position, move it over yonder. And you know what? Let's liquidate that down into a better gem. Also triggers the Badger, that's funny. Do I want to trade this for better topaz? Nah. Or better gems in general, but nah. Alright, maybe do something now? My build remains dubious, but we're fighting a hammer. So surely Russian characters doesn't know what they're doing. Not when I'm invincible for virtually no time. Multiple times. Is that costing me mana? Yeah, it is. But maybe we can just outlast our opponent. Yeah, because we've sand blasted them, they can no longer hit me. Actually, you've got surprisingly good accuracy, considering you were blasted 19 times. That's a net change of 11 sand blasting. That should be 55% reduced accuracy. How are you still hitting? Ah, the oil lamp, of course. These weren't going to be hitting. Quite like the sand blasting build. If somebody has corrupted armor, though, I'm in for a bad time. And look at that. We now have 4 value worth of gems. So yeah, I think you're completely right, and I was completely wrong. Should have never trusted what the game told me. Right, Devouring Sphere, you are a magical item. So you'll work with this. You have no other synergies. And you're going to give me Vampirism. That doesn't work with what I do at all. Like, at all. I don't scale up in attacking. So why did I take this? Probably for the lifesteal. Also, it triggers faster for the sand than my opponent. Wait, I do that thanks to Power of the Moon. Huh. Do I have a build where I simply outlast my opponents? Maybe. I would quite like to have trash and turn it into gems, though. Yeah, ice. I don't really significantly do ice things. That means triggering this faster is better, but what about the power of the moon shield? Activates reflecting a debuff. With shielded, this is probably an excellent thing to have. I'll take it. But yeah, it looks like we're doing nothing but outlasting opponents here. Since you're magical and you have nothing else to trigger on, give me a boost on this thing. If anything else were magical, I would shove it onto you. For some reason, a magic wand is not magical enough. Oh, music is magical. I often forget that. That's pretty good. I think I'd rather have you double fanny packed. Yes. Yes, I would. Do I even care about my snow stick? It doesn't do any reasonable damage. And the cold I do on myself doesn't do me any favors. It just stops me from sandblasting my opponents more. I think the snow stick was a mistake. The hammer would have been better to start with. I'm not about to sell it though, because it still could become something. Heaven help me if I know what, but something. Let's go. Keep a lot of money. Don't you reflect the snow debuff? No, not really. Wait, do I have anything that reflects debuffs? The moon shield would if I had it, but I don't. I want corrupted armor. That would reflect debuffs. So now Sand attacked my opponent, but she's poisoning me. Fortunately, poison has to go through shield. And she brought the shovel. Oh no. Whoa. Have I seen this before? The Dark Saber. Must be a Reaper thing, but we went up platinum with Reaper and I didn't see a Dark Saber. Use mana, inflict sand attack. Oh god, so we're both blind. 60% chance of hitting. 18% chance of hitting. Alright, I don't know how I'm winning, but we are winning. And now we get a pan worth of lifesteal. That's not good. Healing? Do I even heal? No? Maybe I should consider getting some healing. Corrupted. It's not Reaper, it's Lightsaber and Corrupting Stone. Cool. Is that you? Yeah, there we go. That explains why it's sand related. That's really, really good. Wow, Darksaber could be a massive amount of damage. Not what we're focusing on right now. Just don't ask about what we actually are focusing on right now. Not a question I want to answer. You are awkward to position to hit everything. But I can move Power of the Moon down here. I can move you down here. I am not in a position to move shielded. And then we bring you over here. You inflict both sand and frost. You could inflict poison with a gem or use the Darksaber. Yeah, that would be good. Would be good. I'd need a lightsaber and I need to buy this. And I'd rather have corrupted armor. And then I just outlast my opponents. I'll take that though. Take that and try and make corrupted armor. That's on sale, so I should probably burn it for something, but I don't have anything to sell to burn it. Nothing I'm willing to sell, at least. Corrupted crystal for more fatigue. Is that really any good? That's a very, very slow thing to do. Whereas gaining extra block is better for keeping me alive. Nah, I'm okay with this. Yeah, inflict fatigue damage just seems naff. That's so slow. So very, very slow. It's your only damage. Yeah, also we do kick in fatigue faster. But I like gaining block for debuffs, considering how much we sandblast our opponent. Yeah, okay, right. We'll put it in there. It also triggers the fanfare. That's a good reason. Alright, begin the fighting. Pretty sure fatigue is 90% of your damage currently. Let's check that. I would not be surprised, because this the snow stick's really not doing it for me. And the badger is looking very confused right now. It is boosting my max health, though, which I suppose is not unwelcome. I guess the nice thing about fatigue is it kicks in every second rather than every 2 seconds. Right, who said 90%? Only 44. The snow stick's doing some carrying. Not a lot, but it's some. Really need some corrupted armor, though. Close, but no cigar. Ooh, ooh. Moon shield. What do moon shields do again? With power of the moon? Reflect a debuff. I need that. I need that pretty badly. But Jake, what about the Dark Saber? Use your mana, inflict sand attack. Yeah. I want both these things. If only I could afford both of these things. The snow stick's really not bringing the anything anymore. I'd rather just blind them. So I guess we pivot. Ooh. Dark Saber. Sell for only 14. Jesus, this cost me 8 to make. But now you'll reflect debuffs. Will I? Not until I have this thing upgraded. It ain't upgraded yet. That needs to go over here. Guess you could move. You're not that relevant. Don't want to melt down the topaz or just attack faster? Just attack faster. Alright, we're not melting anything currently. Do I just sell this? I feel pretty sad about that. Melting the staff means the staff is going to eat my my stamina right now. But then, is that relevant? Maybe it's not. There we go. So you eat the snow stick and give me 8 worth of gem. And then we make the Dark Saber as well. Kind of a shame not to take you, but this is okay. I want another Corrupted Crystal and another fancy armor because I do really want Corrupted armor to reflect debuffs. I can't believe we made a build here. It really just seemed like I was doing nothing. And now we just sandblast our opponents to death. Tell me, what's your accuracy at there, whatever your name is? 13-second win. It's not even a slow win. Oh, 0%! And 20%? 15%? What a frustrating way to lose. Just blinded to death. Yeah, we're going for all the elo we can. Chung! Wow, big combination. So we never even thought about Dark Saber until seeing somebody else brandish it. And now we realize this is a way forward. We generate quite a lot of mana. We turn that mana into sand attack. We generate sand attack, and this thing buffs damage and the enemy can't hit us back unless they're very lucky. And holy armor. Now I'm 1 corruption crystal short away from greatness. Or something. The starting bag buffs mana generation. Well, it buffs... it gives a 30% chance to dupe what we get. Maybe I want to dupe that on the moon armor. And dupe your mana gain. And maybe even dupe the vampirism. This doesn't give me any buffs. So basically this thing shouldn't be where it is. Does that mean we're going to do what I think we're going to do? You betcha. Get out of here. Also give me that. Let's centralize you a bit more. Not sure there's much left to burn at this point. Pretty dense with a wild card. Good enough. Right, I'll just shove you in the corner or something. I want you touching. And I want you to be fast. You give me Vampirism. Vampirism is good. Do I want them touching? Is that really so important? Power of the Moon needs to be somewhere like there. So close and yet so far. That hits everything. Nice. Very nice. Well, it triggers you faster, but that's not very relevant, is it? Then there's you. I want you going speedy. I also want you not missing. Missing is what we make other people do. Badger does nothing, just goes wherever. Improve my healing? Why? I should burn these gems into better gems. Yeah, we don't heal, so let's not heal. I'm not a dog. I'm not sure the strong health potion is worth my time either, but I struggle to get the spaces to burn things. Why struggle when you could not struggle? You should keep all the gems to increase the invuln duration. That's okay, they'll still activate on this turn. That's not the point. There we go, that'll work-ish. Ah, right, I figured something was missing. I am not bringing all my fun toys to the yard. Trigger, 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 good. Upfront block could be better, but it could be worse. Power of the Moon needs to go there. Then you're left out. Do I still need you? I get tons of mana. This thing gives me Empower and Luck and Regen, but there's no space for it, so... And I'm not going to be doing a rejig here. Oh, heavens, no. Ah, maybe I am. I still keep the magical item that way. That's good. Alright, sweet. And I guess I am doing a rejig. Begin. Wait, I could roll. Nah, keep the money. No, roll. I need a corrupted crystal. Which you are not. Maybe lifesteal and a dark saber? We'll check the damage that it does, but I'm convinced lifesteal is quite bad. Look, it'd heal me for 2, and 2, and maybe 3 in a bit. Also, I appear to be dying for some reason. Yeah, because I don't put all the pain on my foe. I need corrupted armor here. So much for surviving. Chunk. Perfection. I can put lots of poison on my foes. Do I want to? Maybe I should fish for a... What would I want? The perfect thing that inflicts slow and ignores enemy defense would be cool. You're cold. I am in need of... Tempting, but no, I need corrupted crystal. I gotta make this into corrupted armor. That's not it. Prismatic. Nothing to go prismatic except for you, and I'm not willing to do that. Jake, you got more gem than burnt. This is worth 16 and this is worth 4. So I got 20. What did I burn? I burned 8 worth of potion, 8 worth of gem, and 4 worth of gem. So no, I got the same amount. Need corrupted crystal. It's pretty much the final item that I need. And it's not showing up. How frustrating. Take one more roll. And then I give up. Okay, I give up. Oh, I should burn something, right? I'll burn you, since you're on sale. Oh boy, speaking of burning, the Obsidian Dragon and Burning Blade combo is here. They brought a Phoenix. I'm not a big Phoenix believer, but their Cleansing Sand attack with the power of Sun armor, so Seems like the blind them into submission build isn't doing what I need it to do here. Yeah, no, good cleanse certainly destroys my sand attack. You're still my favorite. I'm not so sure about that. Hey, what about perfect lifesteal? No, still not what I'm looking for. But at this stage, I'm not going to be getting anything that I'm looking for. Where's the corrupted crystal? What does the burning thing do? It turns items into a similar value of gems. Actually, an identical value of gems. Well, the bag is on sale. It'll burn for gem. I'm looking for the corrupted crystal, and I'm just not finding it. Sure am busy not finding it. The typical end game experience. Oh, it's here and it's on sale. Sweet. Saved at the very final moment. Bananas on the pineapple's on sale. I mean, I could get it to burn. Sure. Because it would be funny. Alright, begin the attacking. I'm still trying to outlast my opponents. There we go. Now the blinding is working better because they don't have they don't have cleanse. Now they can't hit me. Even though the null blade is scary, it's not having a good job hitting me. There we go. So the build works against somebody that doesn't have cleanse. Works. They don't appear to be dead yet. Whew. How are you still hitting? Oh, right, because you have a lot of luck. That null blade is scary. Yeah, it's terrifying that you managed to overcome the blind. And maybe now we did get 90% fatigue damage. No, actually, that Darksaber did work. Dang. Praise to the Lightsaber then. Or Darksaber, rather. How about we destroy enemy buffs? I'm actually very okay with that. Let's very quickly hit and destroy buffs. On top of that, let's resist. I don't think I needed stamina, although I didn't pay attention to how my stamina went. Reduce enemy healing is also pretty oppressive. Don't think I need that. Let's burn the banana. Banana. Not banana, it's a pineapple. God. You don't need to slot the gems, right? 24, 40. Slotted, also 40. There is something else that cares about slotted gems, but I forget what it is. More space might actually be useful here. I still have 2 rounds to survive after all. Snowman. Nobody appreciated your value. Tooting? I don't think it's tooting time. The crown doubles slotted gems. That it most certainly does. This appears to not really work with my anything. I actually think the gin lamp on you might be not too shabby. You're not getting burned because you're locked, but let's go and buy that. And maybe that next turn. Don't think I'd need the space, actually. Let's buy that next turn. Does that mean we buy something like this turn? Something like it, yeah. The gem pig gives max life for all slotted gems. That's the one. That is absolutely what I was thinking of. Let's burn this stone for a lark. Almost too good to sell. You missed an O on that too. Speed you up just a touch. And still burn these. Alright, it's got to help somehow. It's also another natural item for my beloved spirit companion. While we take on, oh dear, my nemesis, the double axe. It's so fast, it's so strong, and this one just happens to be runed up as well. That rune probably spells my ruin. However, you know what would work? Sand attack so it can't bleeding hit. 30% accuracy. 5% accuracy. Beautiful. We outsand your oil lamp. I'll concede it was a wise decision of you to put the oil lamp onto your axe so it wouldn't miss. You'd never considered Power of the Moon, had you, strange Russian letters? This build has no right going anywhere. Look at that. Actual victory. Alright, we somehow made it this far. Can we make it to the finale? Preferably by reducing opponents' healing by 12, 42, 50, 60% reduced healing on our opponents. That's a little oppressive. But only a little. I'm having this, but we can do better than that. I miss my natural items. Let's speed up you and speed up you to make that dark saber even darker and more sabery. Does reduced healing... I do not know how healing and vampirism work together. I wish I did, but I do not. Stone Skin Potion. It gives output. Cleansing debuffs sounds good. Triggers better when next to, what, holy items? Yeah, I'm a little short on those. Wait, not holy items? Yeah, holy items. How is this not holy? Godly ain't holy and all that. Alright, debuff a little bit faster next to that thing, and... well, there's a bunch of stuff I have no use for, so maybe. Stamina, no... okay, well, we're out. Let's go. Final battle. Unless there's a single natural item. No, nothing in my deck is natural. Alright, burn the freaking badger. Burn everything. Yeah. Does invulnerability stack? So if two things triggered invulnerability at the same time, what would happen? A better question would be, what happens when a guy who relies on block faces off against 5 spectral daggers who are all buffed on critical hit chance? I think the answer is he dies. Very, very fast. Oh, thank God they can't hit. Wait, no, you've got all this luck. Oh, they can hit. Why are you not hurting me? Shielded! Oh, shielded, my beloved! Oh, I completely forgot about the turtle build. Yes, those spectral daggers are a huge problem because they ignore my block, but they do not ignore my 2 shields. Splendid. And you never have any stamina to swing your hammer. Oh ho 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 ho. Topaz on daggers seems not that useful. It goes for the quick kill, though. Goes for a real quick kill. So their idea was stun me, use their mana, of which they have a ton, to make the spectral daggers be enhanced in damage, and get crit chance very high. But there were 2 problems. One, they couldn't hit. I mean, once I got my blind up, they struggled to hit. And 2, chunk chunk. Daggers get blocked by thorns and shields pretty badly, and because they kept hitting my shields, you ran out of stamina, so you could never stun me with a hammer. So I'm sorry, Chinese letters. You just could not overcome the might of the moon. Give me my elo. They haven't fanny packed their hammer. No point. Stamina wouldn't permit it anyway. 50 for gold. Wonderful. They actually had a solid build. Yeah, maybe. But they didn't count on pocket sand. Sha. Ah, quite a pretty build. No, I don't think the Irish postage stamps are quite the pretty builds. All right, let's bring it forward, shall we? What's after gold? After gold, platinum. Most of the other girls are at platinum, and there's diamond and master. But let's come out of here. All right, once more onto the fray. Oh, good, not the puzzle box. I was hesitating, thinking, oh god, not the puzzle box. And we didn't get it. Good. The wand is here. A corrupted crystal from the start is here. What do I think about that? Is that interesting? Is that good? Probably. Getting fatigue damage in at the very start could be useful. How do we start this anyway? Panhandling? Book smarts? Pandemonium? Go for a food build with a mage. The mage will give me the mana to trigger the food, which can be quite oppressive. I still don't think I really understand what makes Excalibur so strong. Constantly triggering food, yeah, but then you need food that actually does good things. And you'd also need to pay for that mana cost, and these things drink infinite mana. Let's try and see if we can make Wait, hold on. Pandemonium? Instant Pandemonium? Yes, I will. Don't mind me. You want cheese. Cheese is not a mage item, though. This is awkward. More space, please. This is not space, and I'm not willing to get any of this because it's not food either. That's space. Real miserly with the food here. I'll combine them, but not have it on top of each other. I want the fatigue damage kicking in. I'll pan you a little bit faster if you don't mind. Excalibur immediately discarded. Yeah, Pandemonium is my new best friend. Let's move it. You brought a sword. Not a bad call. You also brought stones, but stones only hit in once, thankfully. I hold the phone here. I'm really curious about max health. Am I going to gain 8 healing or not? I'm on 19, and then 19 went to 15. Wait, no. 15 because I got hit, and then plus 8. So it is heal. I don't understand healing with max health combo. All right, Black Pepper. I think you're feeling the fatigue, aren't you? Let's get Pandemonium. Prophecy says it brings chaos through the means of food poisoning. Ugh. That's not very nice. Okay, now I want food. It's on sale, so I buy it. That's food. Kind of. Pandemonium needs a lot of space to work as well. Should be very good for the early game. And Pandemonium recently got buffed. It got 2 extra squares on top, as I'm sure you see there. Don't need to cook the books here. That'll do nicely. Could re-roll to look at things, but I will not. Yeah, this thing can attack faster. Begin. Chat, did Jake win the defect run? You'd have to see it with your own eyes to understand how that one went down. Loving the guaranteed poison. That's what makes Pandemonium so good. Or it's part of what makes it so good. Spicy Banana. Activate them, gain heat. Heat is good. Heal upon using stamina, just in general, also good. Fortune's Kiss. This is not chance-based, so we don't care about it. Mana Mastery. I don't need mana right now. Spicy Banana falls off really hard, though. Bananas in general you don't want because they don't do a lot for the 3 space they occupy, so I'll go random. If nothing, it'll sell for 1 gold. I never really entertained the thought of just stats, and I still don't. Repeat a random start of battle effect. Does anything trigger anything at the start of battle? Nothing does, but we might find something that does something amazing at the start of battle. So let's not dismiss that. Puzzle bag. I want bag space, so this might not be too bad to take, but... Yeah. Might just reroll. I would like some... Well... I don't like puzzle bags, but it can make... the Pandemonium inflict more debuffs if I get that thing, and that will amplify the poison, so sure. I'll take it. But I need better than this, my friend. Food that's on sale, that's better. Lump of coal is maybe better than chip topaz, maybe not. I'm not willing to pay for it, though. I'm willing to pay for you, though. Now I need space really badly. That's space, and it's pretty bad. Pretty bad because I struggle to afford it. Unless I sell this crappy ability that I got. I'm not willing to sell my garlic. Would I sell a banana? After all, I can't fit everything in as is. Sure, the banana is like the slowest activating food there is. Another day, another pan. I'm a big believer in the pan start. It must be said. Also, I should have had this active. Maybe the puzzle bag could have appeared there. But it also might not have, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I need to activate my foodylicious items faster. And the pan itself, I suppose. And you. And we have no start of battle effects, so this thing's a waste of time. But it's my waste of time. Let's begin! Activate that poison and take out pure anger, which is good, because otherwise I'd have to get through their wooden buckler. Poison might be a little slow here. Thankfully we have healing. Alright, not bad. Starting with a corrupted crystal. Who would have thought that it's a little overpowered? Ugh, the banana is back. I'll contemplate your banana. I can speculatively purchase it and then turf it if something better comes around. It only costs 1 to do that. Don't need stamina. I don't really have money for this, but we have something on sale. Use mana. I struggle with the use mana part of that. Because I struggle to make mana. In 10 seconds, I use 2 mana, and I generate a bit more than 2 mana. I think it's too greedy to do right now. What I should do is this. Too greedy? Do I believe that? Slowing down opponents is great with poison. Frost and poison work together like hand and glove. I'll take it. I can't fit it in unless I'm willing to drop these 2 useless items. Unthinkable. Sell a stone for the wand. Wand might be a good idea as well. Alright, I'm getting hammered already, which feels bad. Fortunately, the hammer runs out of stamina. Unfortunately for me, it's in a reliquary, so it gets stamina cost reduction. Good thing we stack poison really quickly. Space, and it's on sale. Space, and it's not on sale. Good enough. Not space and on sale. Use regen, gain luck and thorns. I think we just take the banana. As disgusting a thought as that is. That is not sweet. Sure. I'm investing a little heavily into Pandemonium with foodstuffs that really don't work the way I want them to. I want smaller foodstuffs with better synergy. Currently this is real early game stuff. But it's as good as we got, so let's keep going. I'm back to witness the packing of the pack, says Adisasta. Perhaps we'll see us pack Neguse into a coffin that we're going to poison through food poisoning. That poison stacks up very quickly for early game application. Not to mention the pan itself does decent damage. When it comes to the end, the Pandemonium is playing second fiddle to the poison, though. I always believed in you. Well, I believe in slowing my opponents down. I have ignored Targes so far. Should I take the wonky snowman? He's on sale. Go on. Also more garlic for more blocking. Not blocking, poisoning. Garlic is good because it's damn cheap. Snowballs should be food. I wish they were food. They're an accessory for some reason. Let's speed up some of these items. Speculative look. Do I want a mana orb? Do I need mana? Yeah. What I could really do with is a gem of feasting so the food triggers very quickly. 2 stones, 2 more for the golem. Oh no. No, we don't think about that. We do think about the blueberry though. It's small, so it triggers Pandemonium better. Anything that triggers Pandemonium better is good. Anything, huh? Do I believe my own words here? I could sell 1 snowball and keep 1 around for frozen armor or frozen targe. I got it on sale after all. Because more poison, more better. And this thing triggers very quickly, so it works very well with Pandemonium. What am I happy to get rid of here? Frankly, the banana doesn't fit in well with things. Well, it's not bad. Arp. I've had enough of your words. Actually, you know what? Pocket sand certainly beats a stone. Speculative look? No, we'll hold on to the stone for safekeeping. Alright, I gotta say this Pandemonium is going to be destroying my foes for a while. Being able to ignore armor is pretty damn sweet. Wait, do I feel like I'm destroying this lassie? She brought cheese to the party. You're not allowed cheese. I want cheese. Cheese, it's not that slow, but poisoning people to death sure is good. I need sustain, though. Some armor or something. That's some armor. And it goes well with my snowball. That, in a way, is also sustain, but I think I want the leather armor into snow armor. That's a lot of upfront armor. It slows down the opponent. That's all very good. Now I need to fit it in here somehow. Fanny pack will help, and ditching some garbage will help. Or we don't do that yet. I don't think there's enough stuff here that I'm willing to sacrifice for the leather armor. That said, it's a lot of upfront block. It's a ton of upfront block. Alright, consider yonder, because I do have some useless items here. You get out of here. Give me this. Shove you over here. Get that synergy. Food is a must. Food is my entire strategy. Maximum health is another part of my strategy, though. I'll take that over freezing. The blueberries can give the mana, not the wand of equilibrium. And this does... This will repeat the gaining of armor and the snowballing. Wait a second. Actually good? Wow. Had not considered you being actually good. Gain me some more max health while we're at it. Didn't sacrifice any food. That is good. Rotate the garlic so it touches the banana. 1, 2, 3 synergies. 1, 2, 3 synergies. 1, 2, 3 synergies. Good thinking. Could I do similar if I rotated you? No, I need the space for all the different triggers. This is good. No real wasted space. Pocket sand is never a waste. Although having it on here is a waste. I should have moved this up and the pocket sand down. That's okay though. Owl Zora cannot hope to defeat me. They may have brought a shovel to the party, but I brought food. And if someone's coming to your party, what would you rather they brought? Food or a shovel? Yeah, Owl Zora is doing a very good job of staying alive. I don't permit that. There we go. That was much tighter than I wanted it to be. Claws of Attack actually getting some juice there, but he didn't have spikes. 1 spike's not going to make this thing go somewhere, but it does get him power, and that can be a bit scary. I meant the top garlic, but that works too. Rotate this guy. Oh, that is what you meant. Yes, that does work, doesn't it? But what about my repeating battle cry thing? Alright, great. Now I'm going to get 80 armor again throughout the fight. That's pretty good. And a lot of things I don't have space for. Staffs, stamina, 20 buffs used. No, we don't do that. Shiny Mantle, no. Spectral Thing, no. Water Elemental, no. Battle Mage? Not really. Don't want any of this. I could say no and just keep the money. Invulnerable's pretty good when you're stacking poison, though. And I'm about to have some junk that I want to melt down. All this food needs to be melted down for smaller, better food stuff. So I guess I'll go Shiny Chariot. But only for now. Duplicate buffs. Gain 2. During fatigue, gain 8. Mega mana, but I have no use for mana currently. I always have use for Corrupted Crystal, though. 7 debuffs inflicted, gain 6 block. Well, I do quite a bit of inflicting stuff, so I will take that. Also, pineapple. Pineapple beats banana hand down. Don't know where the hand goes down, but it goes somewhere. Makes space issues less of a concern, but only less, not entirely. Yeah, I do want that pineapple, despite the cost. I just think healing and gaining spikes is pretty welcome. Oh, hang on, I can repeat Pocket Sand. That's amazing. Alright, cool. Also speeds up this thing. I'm on a tight hunt for space, though. That's not good space, but it is space. Very frustratingly gaining max health while my opponent struggles to hurt me could still be good. Repeating with Pocket Sand really is bad. 8 armor is worth more than 1 blind. Yeah, but it can only do once per item. So I might as well speed it up and get both done, because the 80 armor is as good when I'm on 1 health as when I'm on 200. Do I want to move this along a bit? I don't think so, but this space feels a little wasted. Where else could we put things, though? Wait, I see it now. Put the pineapple here. Put this anywhere else. Potentially here. That means this thing can work a bit better. Or work at all, rather. Banana can come back. I'm not thrilled with all these bananas, though. They are just pretty low quality food in many aspects. Oh, you don't even work because Pandemonium doesn't reach that far. Neither do you. Wait, yes it does. Is it finally time to say goodbye to a banana? I think it might be. Yeah, these bananas are weighing me down. Pocket Sand, I don't think you're quite as good as Magic for Dummies. But I'm struggling a bit here, right? There's just not enough space. I guess I can sell the 2 of you in order to get some space. I want that. 25% chance to duplicate buffs that they inflict. 60, maybe more. No, look at that. It does work on Pandemonium because the poison doesn't come from the fruits. It comes from the pan. So now this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 25% boost in poison output is going to be pretty huge, especially when poison also helps me block. I'm getting that next turn. Could I get it this turn? If I sold these 2 books, I could. Also gives me a lot of space to play with, but I still think the books are important. Yeah, getting that and any other space I can get my hands on, and then we should destroy our opponents with poison. I see you brought leather armor. Also thorns. I'm not very afraid of thorns. I don't attack frequently. I, however, get thorns. Isn't that cute? Just try and hit me and hurt me. She's having a hard time with that. A really hard time. I notice I have more block than I started with. Time for you to die in chaos. Nice scaling on this thing. I do like Thorn Bloom, but I like watching you die even more. Beautiful. No time for decombobulating. I might want cleanse. I have no access to cleanse currently. Don't want to get sand attacked to death myself. Sand, that fat bird. Right, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. None of this is, so I'll re-roll. Can I lock this thing? Because I might be able to burn it down for 6 value of gems. Believe in it. Believe, I want that as well. I need one thing to throw away for that. I guess I'm still in the opinion that bananas can go because they're slow. Or I could get rid of this topaz. What's the cloak? The cloak gives me invulnerability a few times, but more importantly, it will generate gemstones based on junk that I feed it. Combining can be locked. Okay, good. So it burns things or doesn't burn things. So we're going to make this not burn. Hang on, what if the shop consumes it before you do? That's going to be interesting to find out. Another pineapple is here. I do want another pineapple. Generating spikes is a good way to counter some other things. But the pineapple is large. It's also healing when I don't need a lot of healing. There are better foodstuffs, but we don't have access to them. The Mage food. Does Mage even have a special food? Yeah, we got Cupcake. I'd love Cupcake. Burn all the bananas with the amulet thing. Very, very difficult to line that up. I'd rather just burn the amulet. I could burn them in the shiny mantle, though, but they sell for 2. Burning them burns them for 3. I'd rather have the upfront. Well, if I need space, let's just imagine we have 1 fewer banana and we make the space. Ah! Does that stack? Could I get 50% chance to duplicate the poison? Oh, that would be so good. I'll take it. I'll take it all. Also, worth noting, the pineapple is considerably faster than the banana. And we can duplicate its buffs with the scholarly bag. Alright, it's happening again. Oof. I really want this, but I can't reasonably sell anything for it right now. It's a little awkward to fit this in, but not impossible. Something like that actually seems almost logical. And I can largely follow my own my old shape, I believe. Duplicate that massive amount of block for me. You go on the bottom. Huh, bottom. I will not be bottom. That's interesting, multiplying with the banana there. That wastes a lot of slots, but as I stand right now, I don't have a lot of food to duplicate. Hang on. Buff gaining should be over here. Yeah, and that is you. Garlic isn't strictly buffing, so that's fine. Garlic and garlic. No. Yeah, speed up all the foods, because the faster they trigger, the happier I am. And duplicate the buffs on the blueberries. Duplicate the buffs on you. Burn things. Okay, don't duplicate the buffs on you. It's a 30% chance. That's pretty big. Oh, but you won't be Pandemoniumed unless you're over there. Is there anywhere else for free Pandemoniuming? Yes, there is. Go there. Buff more other things. You speed up, but do not get consumed. You get consumed. Oh, that locks you from this. Uh-oh. How is this going to work? It looks like it gets absorbed first, but this backfires. That's a lot of value down the drain. That's funny. Turn it around, doesn't really turn around. The way it's connected looks like it's going to be absorbed first. Because that means it absorbs things, that means it's getting absorbed. Let's believe that. And yeah, it's cross-shaped. I'm reserving these two things right now, and I've actually got a surprisingly large amount of space for my items. That is good. Book. Cleansing is better. But my books love being near other books, or rather near spells. I guess we're one book short. Unacceptable, right? Give me my book. Do not merge the book, do not merge that book. Combine this and do not decombobulate everything, including my bleeding pan. Oh, that would be so bad. Yeah, this had better work the way it says it's working, or else our entire run is thrown. Unless this decombobulates into... I don't know what 31 gold worth of amazing would be, but it would have to be pretty amazing at this point. Alright, can we defeat the storage coffin that's being strangely underutilized? The poison seems disturbingly even. We need to out-poison her pretty badly. Thank God I've got cleanse. She also has a lot of potions, but we're doing some pretty good damage now, and down goes Lalacina. Die. I don't want to jinx anything, but this has been a clean sweep so far. Whew. Alright, so we turn that garbage into less garbage. Interestingly, the Pandemonium takes 2 gems, but I'd rather get something better. And lifesteal is not very good. Healing is good, though. Give me healing. Full body protection won't work. I've already got 2 bits of armor. Fortuna's Kiss has no real synergy here. Garlic is hardly a synergy. Slowing everybody down. Inflicting... That's really good for poison. Yeah, 8% slower foe whilst I'm trying to poison them to death. Pretty bad if they have a way to reflect it, of course, but that's always the case. Lock the pan just in case. Yeah, good idea. Do we go with random? I struggle to think of what a good random skill would be. No rush is perfectly fine. Not to mention, it's a start a battle effect, and we like those. Yeah, sure. Cupcake is here. Puzzle Bag of Ruin is still here, because I left it there. And it fits right in here. Pretty splendid. Now I can shove useless garbage underneath you. 50% chance to duplicate debuffs. Oh god, the poison build is coming along swimmingly. On top of that, I'm definitely having that cupcake. Yeah, the cupcake fits in right there. Mega Synergy gains 2 buffs, heals for 10. It's great. I also still would like that... pineapple, though. Running out of space for my foods, though. This is taking up a valuable food slot. Maybe it's not that valuable. You don't have anything to burn. I'm sure you're sad about that. Maybe I can find you something on sale. Just don't want that pineapple, though. Really, I just want fast foods at this point. Of course, they have to fit in here as well. You'll trigger faster with this thing. That's quite good, actually. I want some cleanse effect, after all. The pineapple could fit here if I succumb to throwing away my garlic. I'm not okay with that for now, but pineapple here would be really rather good. So I'm still going to keep that reserved. And I'll save my money and buy it next turn, because yeah, this is looking really good. Is it looking good enough for a clean sweep, though? That's a tough call. Let's freeze our opponents a little bit faster. Do we have any other start a battle effects? No, it's just this. Let's also not combine until we find something good to throw away. Could throw away an errant piece of garlic, but it still is useful for now. We'll throw away junk later on. You don't do debuffs. Nothing really does debuffs, so I want the space saved for anything I could throw away later. Evidently not now. Let's begin the battle. Turn 2 Pandemonium was cruel. Ah, but you just have to deal with poison. Like by poisoning me. I thought this poisoned yourself as well, but no, that's the spear. I'm very happy that I picked up Cleanse. Every 1.5 seconds, Cleanse. That's good. But how did you poison me so much so quickly? Oh dear, the Serpent Staff poisons very rapidly. And you stun me. Uh-oh. I'm liable to die very, very soon here. And since you use a ranged weapon, or ranged weapons, you don't get injured by my spikes. Down to the wire. Kill her quick. Quicker than that. Oh, yeah! Was there ever any doubt? Russian Noka could never defeat the mighty DDR, Jake. Try as they will. Give me 34. I love the confidence. Yeah, me too. I should really consider Holy Armor. Notice that a lot of ways that I'm getting countered is by being debuffed myself. So if I got Holy Armor and I corrupted it, then I just think that would be a much better way to stay alive. It's a lot of money, though. It's like a ton of money. And it's not trivial to fit in here. Maybe I should stop holding on to the pineapple. It's not that important. But this is quite important, but I need to find space for it. Ugh. Take this reroll and try to find some space for it. That's not space. That's nice, but it's not space. That's space. Is it? Sure, we can find some way to make it into space. Has a start of battle effect of 65 block. Okay, that's pretty good as starting effects go. I can dunk some stuff down here. My books actually speed up by being next to my blessing scroll thing. You want to eat this, but you're not allowed to. That's funny. Make sure that Pandemonium doesn't lose out. Can't reasonably make these touch without impacting on Pandemonium. Is that true? Do I believe the words I'm saying? Doesn't actually speed you up anymore because having this next to you does the same thing. Yeah, it's all the same to you. Okay, not bad. Whenever a shield or armor activates, inflict frost. This thing activates fairly regularly. So you could be a really nice addition up here. I should lock you and consider how I can do that. If I replace this garlic with a single slotted item, then the ice block going over here wouldn't be too bad. Corrupt the armor. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Thank you. Still does its job of giving me block on debuffs, but the main thing is to create corrupted armor so that I don't get destroyed by at least modest amounts of, well, any debuff really. Sand attack, poison, chill. Are there any other debuffs? Speeding up food is still probably my best thing to do here. Oh yeah, also this cleanses, so my cleanse game is actually pretty good now. Blueberries below the pineapple, lower the garlic. You mean that? What does this achieve? I understand that what I could do is this. If I somehow made this work and then found you and you home. Maybe that's what you mean. And it does work. That speeds up the echoing battle cry. I think it was already fast enough though. Also gives me some spare space. Did I remove any food from my pan? No, it doesn't look like I did. Reserve the scroll. Nothing's getting burnt here because I locked the shiny mantle. Reserving the scroll sounds good. Oh yeah, I could also get the scroll here by doing that finagling we talked about. I'm okay with this. I will keep it for later. Now, what are you made of, Fabi Neo? The game's probably going to pit me against much harder opponents because we've won every single fight so far. I'm pretty sure it has balancing like that. Null Blade is not allowed in my fights. Remove buffs from me. Gain damage using luck. Attack faster. Mana Thirst gains you mana on hitting me. You block. You freeze me. Okay, well, I really wish I had my corrupted armor in time for this. Because I need time to poison you. Well, maybe I don't. We're poisoning you pretty damn fast. Also worth noting that my food speeds up a lot after, what, 5 seconds? Yeah. Yes! Send more men. Send entire armies. I knew you could do it. It mostly drives you mad by pinching you. Petty but effective. Yeah, if I wore clothes that pinched me constantly, I'd probably go numb to it, actually. Right, do I still believe in the ice block currently? This thing doesn't trigger, so a bit of its ability is lost. But the ability to revive in a tight call could matter quite a bit. On the other hand, Cupcake. Problem with Cupcake, it is powerful, but it's very slow. Counterpoint, it's only 1 square, allowing me to fit other foods in there. It's got to be better than garlic, right? 50% faster. Yeah, it does speed up considerably better. It's also expensive. We'll take you, though. I gotta replace this garlic with a cupcake, or this blueberry with a cupcake. But there's a severe lack of space going on here now. Part of the problem is this pineapple getting in the way. Pineapple would be more effective somewhere like here. I need some space then. Do I bother with a cupcake? Ditch the wand. This wand? I'm having a hard time seeing what the wand does for me. It's true. Doesn't give me haste. Doesn't do a lot of things for me, but it doesn't do anything bad. I could sell it, but only if we need it. Could you move the puzzle piece just outside of the range of the pan? That would be here. That would allow some good cupcaking. I can get the cupcake right here. It tastes magical. I don't doubt you on that one. Let's roll for more options, shall we? Use 11 health to gain 3 mana and inflict 1 sand attack every 3 seconds. Hang on, isn't that incredibly good? I want to stall out my opponents as I murder them, and I heal quite a bit through the power of pineapple and banana. Using my own health for that's no big deal. The one makes mana for invulnerability, doesn't it? Yeah, but so do my blueberries. I suppose that's a good point. It's good to keep it around for that. I need space, but I want this. It's as slow as these things and gives me other buffs that I don't particularly use because we don't need to hit anything. I'm going to sell this. I want you. Can I get a buy 1 round without Shiny Mantle? If anything, I'd rather have this. Spell could give you combo spell. It could give me the Lantern Berry, or it could give me the Ice Flower. Cleanse 3 debuffs? No, that's not as useful as sand attacking my foe. Also, this gains mana, so the mana wand that I sold was not a great loss. What do you combo with? Triggers faster for each spell. I know some spells. I think I put you here, put you over here. Or here adjacent. That one spare slot does bother me. Ah! Ooh, oh, this is getting good. It's getting really good. That means this entire thing could move. You could go here, you could go there, you could go there. Not bad. This poor thing sits around feeling very neglected, but I need a bit more space to shove it in here. Its effect isn't that great, but I should have it anyway. Yeah, sand seems really good. Let's watch this in relative slow motion, because we're fighting other people with food, but this one has spirit animal, not the badger. They could actually outlast me. Put ab der Oge. Germans, man. I consider it a duty to go online and slay Germans wherever I find them. So let's hope I don't shirk my duties, keep hitting her in the face with a pan, and keep inflicting poison. She brought debuff from home, but that debuff is not good enough to deal with 38 poison and 14 frost. Where's my frost coming from, by the way? Is it you? And you trigger really rather quickly, and she tries to frost me and I reflect it onto her. I am still getting boned, though. I do not like being in this bone zone. Please stop hurting me. It hurts a lot. Her wand has gained some real power, but she's been sanded pretty badly, so if she just keeps missing... if she keeps missing... Ah, yes! Saved by the sand. Oh, God, that was hurting. I don't know how she was doing so much damage, though. See the big hits that were coming in. Absolutely needed her to miss those. Yes. Dealt 109 poison damage at the very last moment. Fatigue also killing her. That's good. Right, so I have a feeling you missed quite a lot towards the end. Otherwise, I was dead, right? Out of stamina. Missed. Oh, the water elemental. Ah, cribbins. Missed an attack. Out of stamina. This blade also has wildly different amounts of damage that it can do. Jake, you're an honourable Swede. I thought it was the Finns and Norwegians you had to crush. Honourable Swede? Is that why I abandoned the country 3 years ago? And whilst I lived there, constantly bemoaning the country and wishing I could get out. Alright. Damn right I was impressive. What if I got my own badger spirit companion? Then I can make my own maximum health. That seems like a good idea. It also gives me extra life if things go badly, and it scales with food, but really, really badly. Yeah, really, really badly. There's no place I want you, particularly. Yeah, gain +2 max health every few seconds for each natural item. I will settle for 2 there. Sure, there could be more, but... Right, fitting back in my shiny mantle should probably be a priority. So that says, get the fanny pack. And then I could pack it in down here. That's useful. Yeah, because invulnerability should go a long way in keeping me verily alive. Also triggers my cleanse more often, which is welcome. Don't think I want any of this. Even fanfare? Even fanfare. Even the gloves of haste. What would I speed up? Nothing of value, I think. Space. It's not unusable space. The Mage hat is way too hard to fit in right now. Where's the space go? This double puzzle bag of ruin is certainly making things a little awkward. I think I could fit it somewhere around here. Yeah, I see it now. I see it now. Wait, then where does the duffel bag go? That's okay, I see it. There's a lot of things I see, apparently. Might give me better opportunities for moving around my... Well, lots of things, actually. For one, you can go here. You're still locked. You're not allowed to devour my goods. Maybe I do want the pineapple like that then. Damn laughing. What is it called? It's a badger. What to speed up here? It's not about the Pandemonium doing anything, it's about food doing anything, so the Amulet of Feasting would go so very well here. Maybe the Darkness book can go diagonally up to speed up the Frost book. You mean like here? Oh, you mean this? No. Maybe you don't, because the Frost book needs that Frost spell. However, you do speed up more for Frost things, right? Yeah, Frosty spells count extra. My issue is that the Encyclopedia of Darkness is probably much more important to me than a bit more Frost, because Sand is so good. Yeah, I do think it matters. Oh, but that works well as well. Okay, that works really well. Oh yeah, that's great. Little stairway of books and nerdy things. Excellent. Take the rock for good luck. And keep on rolling. Wait, I need to sell the rock if I want to roll. Sorry, rock. That amulet could be anything. It could even be the Amulet of Feasting. Actually, there are a lot of good amulets for this build. I will reserve that for next turn. And I will have my badger give me max health faster. Alright, this should be good. There are 100 different builds that can destroy me. Is the Scissor Blades one of them? I do not see these on enemies very often. Inflict sand attack on me. Well, sand doesn't bother me at all. If I don't land my hits, I don't care. Because what matters is the food doing the thing. The thing is the poison. Wait, where'd all my block go? I'm going to need Echo of Battle Cry to hit me right now. You've got luck, but your Scissor Swords still miss often, so let's keep rebuffing the sand back onto you. Gain our health back with Echoing Battle Cry. Pan Piexara puts up a good fight, but is it good enough? Only if they can hit. Oh boy, can they hit. When they hit, I get hit hard. Fortunately, when I die, I don't quite die. I get one revive. But who needs it? I don't know what kind of name Pan Piexa is. Probably Czech. Definitely dead. Away we go. They had no chance. Of course not. They were Czech. Okay, more debuffing of myself seems nice, but let's pray for Amulet of Feasting. It is not, but healing rate increase is useful. Max health is still useful. Rapier means when they miss, they get luck to start hitting again, right? Yes. It is Polish, I know. I was being coy. I was waiting for somebody to go, surely. I was ready for it. I think, actually, you can do me better by being here, right? There we go. Speed you up and get slightly more boosting out of you. I think if I reconfigured these, I'd actually get more, but I'm not willing to go into that amount of effort. Right. Gain a random buff, inflict a random debuff. I mean, that's better than nothing. I don't want any of this. Although cleansing debuff is nice, I don't want any of this. Still don't particularly want any of this. That's nice, front-loaded block. What about everything going faster, especially my fruit? Oh, that is good. That is so good. Yes, the fruit goes faster, the cleanse goes faster. Oh my, that's a brilliant position. But it means a lot of things being naffed around, and I'm not apt for naffing right now. That seems quite good, though. Now I've got a bit of coal that I can just shove somewhere. What about more sand attacking? It seems pretty effective so far. What if we just did more of it? Yes. Yes, replace magic for dummies with even more sand-blasted grease monkeys and we're there. Could sell these for 2 and 2 and get the coal and then buy this. That's probably more important. Yes, I think it is. Any love for combining the scrolls? Yes, but not these scrolls. So right now I could use the cold mirror. Reflect debuffs? No, because if we get debuffs, we already reflect and cleanse them. And Lanternberry, again, more buff protection. But I don't need luck and I don't need regen. I'd rather just have them do their effects and buff my spells. But now I'm looking at this thing thinking I need that. Yeah. Enemy can't hurt me if they can't hit me. I mean, the pan really doesn't do much. Maybe just protect me from the occasional crit and stun. That's good enough. Yeah, it'd be nice to speed it up more, but how? Like so, perhaps? I like the fact that you get sped up. You still get sped up a little bit. That's good enough for me. Alright, honest. Seems... I wonder what kind of build you're doing with Vampiristic Gloves, Blood Amulet, Vampiristic Potion, Bloodthorn, and oh god, the Cape of Discomfort could cause problems. Fortunately, the Targe won't do much for me, but yeah, every time I face the Cap of Discomfort, I'm in for a bad, bloody time. Enemy gains buff, don't let them get a buff. However, does she handle being debuffed? What cleanse do you have? What cleanse do you have? Alright, let's pray that blinding her to death will work. Your hit chance is now 45%, and we're only a few seconds in. 10 seconds deep, your hit chance is 30%. I think that last minute purchase of sand blasting is going to help me a lot. She's going for the 8 vampiristic items achievement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she's getting there. Then fatigue sets in. I'm still snug as a bug underneath all my shielding. Wish I had overhealing right now. Who needs Amulet of Feasting? Shining Chariot is having their way with you. If I were them, I'd want to be you. But I am me. I could still stand to remove some of my crappier food and replace it with better food, but pineapple doesn't fit in with that right now. What about some gems? If you sell me gems, then this thing becomes a lot better, and there's not a lot that I'm still looking for. Wait a second, inflict sand on yourself? And it speeds something up rapidly, like the corrupted armor? Alternatively, we could make the devouring sphere. I don't think that's what I need. It's cool, though. Could also make Null Blade, of course, but we're not looking for another weapon right now. It would just compete for stamina with Pandemonium. Although Pandemonium doesn't really use stamina, does it? Use luck. I don't think that's the build we're looking for, but this thing is cool. The fact that it triggers my... let's see, sand blasting faster? Triggers a lot of things faster. Do I prefer that over this? I think I want both. If I have you over here, do not make Cold Mirror. Triggers all of these, and then I shove you up here. And these things trigger extra fast for this, and you get triggered massively for that. And the sand I do to myself, I inflict on my opponent. Yes. Yes, we do. That's pretty hard-ass. And I trigger this bit of garlic faster. That's not too bad. It is block. It does destroy enemy vampirism, and it inflicts poison, so that's all working out pretty well. Yes, pretty well. Reroll. I need space still. Sure. No space for you. Paltry amount of healing? I don't think so. I tell you, crown could be useful. If I end up with too much sand on myself... No, I don't need to cleanse sand. We don't care about sand. The invulnerable is interesting, but I'll pass. Wait a second. Manning Echo triggers what faster? My Echoing Battle Cry, my Sand Blasting, my Depurging, whatever you do. Actually, I don't think that is worth it. However, a Blueberry. Blueberry sells me a bit of space, and I can get rid of that garlic. That could be good. I'd probably get rid of this garlic, because it frees up an extra space for you, for another one-slot food. Can you buy things and burn them for profit? Yes, I could buy something on sale and shove it on Shiny Mantle for profit. You can do the same with Offering Bowl. Wow, I do not have enough gems to trigger you, apparently. Really? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we get no buff on the length of this, but that's okay. Contemplating that blueberry over here, because then if I get another one-slot food, it can go right there, like another cupcake. You can put the garlic on the bottom to buff the pineapple. Yeah, you mean the garlic goes here. Buffs the badger spirit as well. And then actually, if I rearrange these... like so... Wait, what? Like so, then the badger gets even further boosted. Gotta get that max health in, right? Although now I want 2 one-size food items. Also, you speed up the cupcake, that's even better. I like even better. Alright, let's do it. Looking for one more cupcake or blueberry, and then we've got a good thing going here. These don't buff each other, but I do buff up the badger, and the badger is good. Also, get a stone for good luck. Speed it up with the Chinks tortilla. Pocket sand? Well, we're already sanding our opponent. What's even more pocket sand to add to the mix? I could also burn it down into a gem. I don't think I should, but I could. That would actually give me a 2 gem. The 2 gems probably better than inflicting 1 sand. So I will burn you. And let's just lock all these so nothing accidental happens. I want this, but... You know, I do want that. It wants to become Sir Sand. Who doesn't? Sorry, Stone. I want front-loaded block. Get that Glacier. It almost worked for me with Defect. Just 2 moments of taking your eyes off the prize, and away went my whole run. It hurt. It hurt a lot. Okay, can I take on Player? I don't know, they sound like a bit of a player. And they've got a ton of block. Oh dear. And they seem to be getting rid of their poison. I don't know what with. And I'm also colder than them. Oh no, I think my sweep is dead. No! How can this be? How do you even hit oh, the oil lamp is giving them hit chance. Damn it. I gotta hold on. I gotta hold on. Revive. Revive. Oh, damn. I guess I already had revived. The full sweep is dead. We came so close. We got defeated by this. I'm not even sure what we were fighting against here. A ton of block for 1, and poison has to go through block. We sanded them pretty well, but their oil lamp overcame my sand blasting. And their phoenix could hardly hit us, but the katana certainly did. Ow. Ah, right. Every 0.75 inflict a random debuff, but we should be inflicting that back. I guess it was just too fast. She also debuffed with turbo shellies. Ow. Yeah, her build, as opposed to mine, just snowballed. Alright, let's grab ourselves a not particularly good topaz. In exchange. What can we do with this, and what are we looking for? I am unsure. But I'm pretty sure it's not this. Front-loaded block is good. Spells are good, because I'm pretty sure I have too much mana. If such a thing is even possible. But hang on, Prismatic Orb. Magical items give mana. Random debuffs. Random buffs. It's also start of battle item, so you work with it. Tell you what, let's do this. Gain mana and inflict 3 random debuffs, and then do it again. I'll take it. Although Mana in Echo is probably the cleverer idea there. Betrock. You've got moon power. You've got maximum mana power. You're going to get a ton of buffs. If you get enough luck, you're going to overcome my sand blasting. But I blast a lot of sand, so what are your odds of hitting me right now? 100? What? But you've got minus 120% accuracy. Wait a second, I don't think the magic torch can miss. I remember seeing this before. It just has a permanent maximum accuracy. Or it's got 200, that's also possible. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna have to sand her even more. Until this thing goes down below 100. There we go! Now she can miss every now and then whilst we pan her in the face. It's sheer perfection. Maybe you've heard me cheering. Yeah, maybe. I still have one opportunity to do more pandemoniuming, but I do think the prismatic orb is better. What about more purifying? What about more chilling? These are options. I'm not sure if they're right options, but I don't know what the right option is here. The build is feeling pretty complete. More poison. More poison is good. Only 2 more rounds to go, though. Move the amulet. Yeah, the amulet could stand to be elsewhere. How much is it worth? 6. 6 worth of gems? Might actually be worth burning down, but I like my healing. Could go this and try to corrupt it. Yeah, the corrupted helm is pretty oppressive, but I wouldn't have the time to make it, so no. What about more sand blasting? At that point, I think I sand blast myself too much. And there is such a thing. Empower, mana, stamina, no. Again, not entirely sure what I'm looking for here. Probably not this, but you know what, let's buy that. Give him a little tip for all the work he's done for me. Why do you care about sand blasting yourself? Because it doesn't really do anything to benefit me unless it's being blasted back onto them. The scroll only speeds up items. And if I tuck it away in the corner here, what's it speeding up of value? I suppose the message there could be put it somewhere more useful, but actually down here would be pretty good. Oh well, we didn't do it. Now we have to take on Meow Meow. They also have a food build. They're spicy. They're doing a bajillion poison on me. Holy crap, I think I'm dead to my own poison. Well, dead to theirs. How do they do so much poison? Pestilence, pestilence. Ah, they just triggered... Wait, oh, well, I don't like this. I don't like dying. Where did that poison come from? Holy moly. Poison ivy? Ah. Oh, Lord. I didn't know that thing existed. Whenever you gain thorns, inflict 2 poison. When you reach 18 poison, deal 25% extra damage. That's terrifying. So they immediately poison me, so I take extra damage. And you gain thorns, and you gain thorns, and you gain thorns. Wow, that's pretty much a catalyst build right there. Good job, Silent. You defeated me. Subclass item, yeah, pretty sure I hadn't seen it before. Ooh, the final cupcake is here. If I can find a better home for you. I'll just shove you into the beyond. I don't care much about you. I want this cupcake. That works fine. Yeah, because we have multi-item items here. Alright, well, now we just go and win, right? Winning sounds good. Vampirism does not. And that trade seems rubbish as well. That trade also seems rubbish. But you know what? It's up market value. This I can sell for 2. The garlic was not worth 2. Manny Neko, though. Can I actually get that 40 value somewhere? Yes, but nowhere I'm willing. Nowhere that I am willing to put you. Mana. Wait, how much mana do I get? Do I gain? Make it so. A lot. Okay, well, this will give me 20 random buffs if I truly gain a lot. Alright, Cloud, time to die. You have regen, but you use a lot of physical attack items, and I don't see cleanse, and I do not see enough luck to get around my sand blasting. Well, you must have some cleanse. That sand isn't sticking. 7, 8, 9, 10. Down to missing half of your strikes there. And I seem to have gained 10 spikes out of somewhere. Did this trigger? I don't think it did yet. Well, it certainly has now. Suwako T, rage all you want. You're still just a rat in the cage. Yeah, the more popping just gave me a whole lot of pain to dish out. I love food builds. I think it's that crunchy noise whenever you eat it. Just eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it, Suwako. Stop resisting. It's time for you to go. Ah, life is good if you're me. That was an incredibly impressive performance and well worth all that elo. Ah. Too impressive for words. I'm actually going to call it there. I think I've finally done it. I've scratched the itch of this game until it's passed. Just as soon as that round ended, I finally felt like the grasp of this game release itself from me. Hard to explain. It happens from time to time. But I think I can finally put this game on the back burner and not play it constantly. I think I'll still come back to it. I do really want to get up to master rank along the way. But I don't feel the burning need anymore to suddenly just have this like a vat of melted chocolate to stick my head in and just take it in through every hole. Oh, that's actually a nice relieving feeling. Oh, thank Christ, says Flo. Who knows, we might get Star Sector someday. Or maybe that's just the experience of playing the newly buffed Mage, but that was some really good performance. Yeah, we'll see if we can say that tomorrow, Fishy. What's on the schedule for tomorrow? I don't know, I might want to go to the beach tomorrow. Summer is swiftly running away from me. It does say wildcard, and a wildcard could be anything. It could even be backpack battles. But until I figure out exactly what it is cheers from me, and a cheerio.